Dingo Pizza presents SDP, the Steve Dangle Podcast, with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake. Let's go!
I just want to ask you, after a week off, kind of a skid going into that week off and then the All-Star game, what would today's episode feel like if the Leafs had not won on Monday? How bad would it be?
Trashed. Literally every camera would be on an angle. One of the lights would be
just wouldn't be able to light it properly.
I would destroy it all.
Being able to
I wouldn't be able to contain myself.
What is happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. The Leafs are doomed.
It's been amazing because, and I love this, when the Leafs do well, it's great. Super great.
I prefer it.
My preference as well. However, the statistical outpouring about how the Leafs have been under Keefe and all that has been amazing online, and some really incredible stuff. Like they've, the comparisons to Babcock and Keefe. However, had they lost, I don't think we would be here, gentlemen. No. I think we'd be talking about how could you lose to a team like Nashville.
The clock is ticking on Sheldon Keefe. Clock's ticking. I mean, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
You had that hot streak.
Yeah, exactly.
But now it's like you're a bum.
And then
go back to Cumberland or whatever the team was that they keep bringing up for no reason. I don't care about what he did before the OHL.
Yeah, I don't know why people care.
You know what helps the situation?
What?
When you play a team that's not really an NHL team at the moment.
Oh.
And they don't, because they're not currently playing like it. And that's the Nashville Predators, who looked miserable on Monday.
So Jesse brings up a very good point. So when I watch hockey, I cannot help but key in on the Leafs. I watch what the Leafs do to that other team, but I have a harder time watching what the other team does to the Leafs. You know what I mean? Paying attention to the other team. It is rare that I catch myself going, wow, this team sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When did the Preds start to suck? They suck.
It's weird. And then but you watch the Preds.
Which is, by the way, you're welcome. They're about to go on a 10-game tear.
But as it stands, you watch them and you're like, there's nothing good here. It's not a special team anymore. There's something missing.
They always played above. They usually got good goaltending. They didn't really have too many weak spots on the team, but who's elite? Who's elite on the Nashville Predators? Some people will argue Roman Josi. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's one. Up front, who you got? Philip Forsberg falls under very good.
This is a conversation I want to hold off.
Oh, yeah?
Because we got to get into
the crown. We got to do the crown.
So we got to do that. First off,
Preds, I'm going to carve you, but first.
Who wore the crown? Live generously, life will treat you royally. Why not pour yourself and a friend a crown royal? Because we're going to talk about who wore the crown, where we, with the help of you, recognize one Leaf player each show that gives it their all for the blue and white, because it's our town, it's our crown. It's not about what you have, but what you have to give. So let's crown that Leaf that lives generously by giving it all for the team. Brought to you by our friends at Crown Royal. Live generously, life treats you royally. Let's get into it. Steve Dangle.
Adam, I want you to go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Well, I think my crown is pretty easy. I'm going to give it to the Sandman.
Yeah.
I have to say, watching your video yesterday, and by the way, I was watching the video. My house is under renovation. We haven't had a fridge for a month and a half.
That's good.
And so we're downstairs in this unfinished basement on the carpet, and I've got the TV set up. And usually, what I do with the baby is I sit her up because she's sitting up on her own, and she's at the stage now where your whole goal is to hand them new things every 5 to 10 minutes once they're bored with the old thing, and things that won't kill them. So they want to grab everything. She wants to grab literally everything: sunglasses, remote controls, power outlets, everything. So she can't really move yet. She's not crawling. So basically, she just sort of sits there. And so what I do is I set up the TV with you on it, and I watch your LFRs there. And so the only time I can get her to stop playing with whatever she's playing with is when you're on the screen and going through a rant. And so when you did your rant, I tried to get video of it. I have some of it. It's not very good, but she would just kind of stop and stare at the screen.
How much of it was laughter and how much of it was concern?
I think it was just general awe.
This guy's got some things to say.
Don't know how to take this energy. But yeah, she was watching her Uncle Steve. And so I was sitting there and I watched your last video, And I think my favorite part was this WCW entrance. ECW entrance that you talked about. And then you tweeted about it, and it's the guy from the crowd, and you're talking about, it was very niche. It was very, like, if you'd mentioned it on the podcast, Jesse and I would have been like, that is too niche. We don't know what you're talking about.
You guys ever see One Night Stand, ECW 2005?
Yeah, and you're talking about the guy smacking himself in the head with the hockey stick.
Just a fan
which actually happened.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So
Steve, you're so nuts. No, this all happened. All based on true events. A fan just grabbed a wrestler's weapon and hit himself like a solid half dozen times.
And they had the rights to Metallica, Enter Sandman,
whole song.
And he entered from the crowd. It's amazing. So cool.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And the whole building sang the entire song word for word.
Anyway,
he cracked 7 beers before getting in the ring.
Oh, it's amazing. And
I remember ECW. Which one was it? 2006?
The one I'm talking about, 2005.
Yeah. Okay, 2006, I believe, was the year someone had a sign that said, "If John Cena wins, we riot." And it was the first time I had seen like the crowd go against the babyface.
I think that was 2005.
That was I think it was the same one.
Rob Van Dam?
Yeah, it was when Rob Van Dam won the title against John Cena, and it blew my mind because it was the heel. Well, it was the babyface who was a heel to this crowd, and everybody hated John Cena.
Top face in the company.
Yeah, biggest superstar on earth, and they had that sign. I was like, this is so freaking cool.
They do that thing, Adam, where they grab each other and one guy punches and the other guy reels, and then he comes back and punches it, so they take turns punching. Rob Van Dam punch, yeah! Cena punch, boo! and it was happening, yeah! Boo! Yeah! You gotta watch the whole show.
I will watch it.
RVD versus John Cena was 2006.
It was 2006.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah.
Probably best pay-per-view I've ever seen. Yeah, unbelievable.
Say your prayers. Just when the music hits. Good on the rook.
Yeah.
The crowd.
So anyway, Rasmus Sandin played good. So Sam, he is my crown.
Absolutely. I want to talk about a player who has been good all season. Integral part of this team. Integral part of the top 6. And frankly, does not get enough love on this show. You know, it's one thing to have an epic pass like Rasmus Sandin. It's another to corral the thing. So my crown goes to William Nylander.
Whoa!
Wow! Yep. My crown goes to William Nylander. He just does not get enough love on this show. The way he was able to... It's like he willed the puck onto his stick.
Yes.
He knew, with his back turned to the puck, with it bouncing, with it rolling all over the place, how to corral it. And then after all of that, at top speed, he beats Pecorine. When are we going to start talking about how good William Nylander is? Gosh darn it, he gets my crown.
I don't know, Jesse. When are we going to start talking about how good William Nylander is?
I don't know. I think it's about time that we did start talking about William Nylander and how fantastic he's been all season. Because this past game, he set a new career high in goals.
There it is. Wait, what is that, 27?
No, a lot less than that.
Yeah.
Mitch Marner's career high is 20.
Yeah, I think it's like 23.
I
don't have it in front of me. But I was listening to Justin Bourne talk about William
And Justin
Nylander.
Bourne said, trade him!
And Justin Bourne said, get that guy out
So
of here.
he's got 23 goals, and this is his career high?
Yeah,
already.
New career high.
Anyways. So, sorry, what was Bourne saying?
He was saying how...
Who the hell is that, by the way?
We expect... If a guy's in his early 20s, he's a teenager, whatever, we expect them to get better. But William Nylander, you've seen over like the last year and a bit how he's actually become physically bigger and how now he goes into the corner, he can actually get the puck away when there are guys around him. And it's so impressive to see him this year really put that on display where he's just a bigger body on the ice.
Like we said with his Instagram pictures, that guy is...
Right?
He's no longer a boy. That's a man.
That's a thick-ass boy.
Yeah, it's a...
Damn, Willie!
It's a thick-ass Willie! By the way, TikTok is our favorite.
Yes.
You need to get on TikTok.
I really like it. I still just follow a guy who just screams at me to sleep more and drink water.
Yeah, that guy. And I like the guy with the duck.
Gary.
Gary!
Gary, what you set that on fire?
Gary, you're a duck.
Yeah, it just ends.
You're a duck. The guy who tells you to live your best life and drink water is butt like box gnome cool dough on TikTok.
There you go.
Anyway, no, William Nylander and John Tavares have a real chemistry going, and I thought it showed on Sandin's goal actually, because Tavares has the puck, and it's great having a line mate like that if you're William Nylander, because you see him with the puck, you're like, he's not going to lose it. It's not Tavares. Who's going to take it off him? No one. So he goes right behind the net, and Tavares knows he's going to be there. Willie knows that's the play, and that starts them off on the right path. 2 Predators go on to William Nylander. Kerfoot's like, yoink, thanks, I'll take that very much. He gets the one scoring chance, is stopped, and then Sandin obviously bags the rebound. They got something special. And Pierre Engvall, who I keep bringing up, is so damn important to this team, because if he works as third-line center, Kerfoot gets to stay there, and they have 2 really, really unfun lines to stop.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, 3.
Well, this is why it's so surprising to me. It's so surprising to me that they're like, oh, let's. I think Kerfoot's going to be the guy that gets traded.
Well, I said that earlier, but now he was lacking a purpose in the lineup. Like, he was sort of a placeholder. Like, he wasn't particularly important to the power play or the penalty kill. His line wasn't really producing at 5-on-5. Now he's got a roll. And coincidentally, that line's rolling.
That's right. Now,
I just wanted to see what Jesse would do with the crown.
That's Who Wore the Crown this week, brought to you as always by Crown Royal. Next time the puck drops, why not?
Why not?
Live generously and treat your Leafs crew to a Crown Royal Old Fashioned.
Why not?
Thank you. I thought you were going to rob people of that.
No.
Now, before we get into the Leaf game, I want to get into the Predators.
And how they stink?
I had at least 3 people on my DMs on Twitter ask me the same sort of question.
They slid.
Now, you've heard the question of what comes first, the chicken or the egg? What comes first, Matt Duchene or teams underperforming?
Yo, listen, it makes no sense and is probably purely coincidental. However, it's staggering, isn't it?
Matt Duchene has played in the playoffs 3 times in his career for a total of 18 games. Once his first season, once his 5th season, and then last year. And he's done well.
With the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, with the Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done well in the playoffs.
Yeah, but you got to get there.
Right.
You got to get there.
Yeah, but now he has to get there with the Predators because he has a contract that lasts until the end of time. That's paying him $8 million.
Yeah, but he likes country music, guys, so he's perfect for
This is another. And he's very particular about sticks,
guys.
Yeah,
so he likes it.
He's from Halliburton, home of the Cozy Corner.
Oh, really?
Try the bacon on a bun.
I hope they do another story on how Matt Duchene likes country music, and that's why he signed in Nashville. I'm so excited to hear that again. Hey, Matt.
Are you?
So, Matt, I'm excited. I heard you like country music. Yeah, I do. It's great. Cool, man. All right.
So we got a game coming up tonight between the Calgary Flames and the Ottawa Senators. So Matthew, Brady, you're brothers. Let's beat that to death. So how long have you been brothers? Well, Brady's 20, so 20 years, and we're only finding out about it now? Why is that?
In this economy?
Why do you think that is? At this time of day. Brothers. At this time of day, in this part of the country. Seriously. John Tavares and PK Subban, you were on the same team 11 years ago. Speak about it for 20 minutes, please. Please. Talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, if Matt Duchene...
we played the sport of hockey together.
So there's only like 200 guys in the year that can do this.
It's the whole interview. It's 45 minutes long. And it's John Tavares mumbling while Subban he does this.
Yeah, that's right.
Just does that point up. And that's it. The one talkative guy in the NHL, he doesn't say anything, he just points up.
So why has Ryan Johansen fallen off a cliff?
That's a good question.
I think there's 10 minutes versus the Leafs and 7 shifts.
I think there's... Yeah, that's bad.
14 shifts, sorry.
That's bad.
Okay, so...
Well, and who were his line mates? Kelly Yarncroke and Austin Watson?
That's the chicken and egg thing for me. I'm like, why does Ryan Johansen suck? Oh, he's playing with Kelly Yarncroke, who I like, but not that high up in the lineup, and Austin Watson.
Yeah, but he's playing with those guys because he hasn't been good.
Well, that'll fix it.
So
That'll surely fix it.
I think Hines was trying to send a message. You play him for the lowest amount he's played in the last 5 years.
I guess they're also spending, the Leafs are spending $22 million on John Tavares and Austin Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
But for that money, they get John Tavares and Austin Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
The Nashville Predators are spending 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 9 is 23, plus whatever $500,000 that I'm missing in there. They're paying like $24 million for Johansen, Turris, and Duchene.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them are mind-blowing. Remember we had the talk about undeniable
It's 22,
money?
by the way.
Oh, is it 22?
22 on Brian Johansen, Duchene, and Turris. 8, 8, and 6.
Oh, does Duchene make 8?
Yes.
I don't know why I thought he made 9.5.
No, 8, 8, and 6.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
There you go.
Well, never mind for him in particular. I wanted to get into, remember we had the conversation of undeniable money? Is Marner undeniable? Because he's asking for undeniable money.
Mm-hmm.
He's been pretty tough to deny this year, that's for sure. But I just look at the Preds roster and how many certifiable first-liners you see on that team?
Forsberg on the left wing?
Duchene can.
Yeah.
And Forsberg
But here's the question.
he's certified.
Here's the question. Is Matt Duchene a top line player on a Stanley Cup winning team? There are plenty of guys who can play the top line, but are you a top line player on a Stanley Cup winning team? Like Andreas Athanasiou in Detroit. Playing top line minutes.
You can't.
But on a Stanley Cup winning
going.
on a Stanley Cup winning
not
team.
very nice.
He's not though.
Pick a team that's historically bad and be like, hey, that guy, you suck.
Well, no, but I was going to compare him.
garbage, actually.
I was going to compare him to Dylan Larkin, who I think on a Stanley Cup winning team would be on the top line, or could be anyway.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could be.
The point I'm trying. I took
I
an
put him in a
extreme
similar
example.
category to Matt Duchene.
Do you really?
To be honest, well, yeah. I
think
really
that-
like him as a player. I do. But as the star, I guess, it's not like he's played with great players
No,
for very
ever.
long.
Ever.
Ever, really. Yeah, that's a tough one for Larkin. But Matt Duchene, the difference, there are guys who go through their career and they just have no luck when it comes to the playoffs. Jay Bouwmeester had no luck for the longest time, and then he finally got his cup. But he played for 2 teams, I think. He played for Florida forever, and they sucked forever. And then he goes to the Blues, who also sucked for a while under Jay Bouwmeester, or with Jay Bouwmeester. Duchene's played with a big old bunch of teams.
Mm-hmm. And good teams and good talent.
The Sens started to suck immediately. Immediately.
Yeah, that was the
moment he showed up.
The unraveling of Erik Karlsson and everything else. It was bad.
It seemed like it was him.
And it was weird because Colorado went the exact opposite direction the second he left.
Yes. Well, and he was this storm cloud. He wanted to get traded. And
Remember that picture he took at training camp? He's I'm just here for my teammates. And then they took a picture and he's like, just get me out of here.
Why couldn't he have been, we've heard stories, over the past year or so of players going, yeah, I want out. Or, Tyson Barrie asked for a trade.
Probably still wants a trade.
I don't know. Because he's been close to a point a game under Keefe.
Yeah, it's
while
true.
Still getting. Oh, we'll get to Tyson Barrie later. Yeah, and then they see how the season plays out, and they go, oh, I don't want to trade anymore. If he just hung on for a month and a half, he might have decided, oh, actually, I like Colorado.
Yeah.
And I can't blame him for Ottawa because, really, he's the reason Ottawa sucked last year. With all that bullshit that was going on.
Yeah, not his fault.
Then he goes to Columbus. They barely make it. I don't really think that's his fault. They win the first round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He contributed to that.
Yeah.
And now,
he had 10 points in the playoffs last year. He was good.
Yeah, but now the Preds are.
They are.
What is it? Is it just the worst luck in the universe?
It seems that way. I mean, this guy sat through that entire Avs rebuild. That looked like, it was
he
rebuild.
Sold low.
Yeah,
he sold low.
It was rebuild 1 from 2010 to 2014, and then they missed the playoffs again for the next 6 years, and you wonder, 4 years, and you wonder, okay, I don't blame him for asking for a trade. It's when is this finally going to happen for me?
Mm-hmm. What does Ryan Johansen make? I want
$8 million.
$8 million.
turn to the other
Forever and ever on that.
Yeah.
So he
$8
makes
million.
$8 million.
Yeah.
So if I got to choose between Matt Duchene and Ryan Johansen, I choose Matt Duchene. So already we know that contract sucks because he signed it long before Matt Duchene did. He was also traded for Seth Jones. So you're looking to get that value. Well, no, you already lost that too. This dude has 4 more points than Zach Hyman, who missed the first month and a half of the season with recovering from surgery.
Yep.
And is the grinder on his line.
Yep.
He's the go in the corners and work it guy. What's going on here? Oh, we're missing Ryan Ellis. Okay.
No.
Holy shit. Everyone's missing someone. Well, he's an important someone. Okay.
Ryan Johansen has not had over 20 goals since 2014, 2015.
You're joking.
No. And it's funny because when he signed the deal, and that was right after the magic run that Nashville went on in the finals.
Yeah.
I thought at the time, I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. But who could have predicted that several years later we'd be sitting here and he's not even cracked 20?
What was his injury? Because didn't he have a ridiculous? Wasn't it there was flesh eating something?
There was. I don't remember what it was.
It was really scary. Is that still with him?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No, not like the effects of it. I mean.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's gone. The magic is gone there, man.
Yeah,
it's gone there, and the team
now he's
is
still
just
getting
not
a
special.
pile of assists. Last year, he had 50 assists.
Great,
good play
Good.
guy.
Good,
but not $8 million.
That's why goal scoring is worth more than playmaking. A playmaker with no one to pass to is a passer.
What if I tell you
That's it.
Matt Duchene has had 2 30-goal seasons and he's been in the league for 10 years?
I mean, how many times has he eclipsed, let's say, 60 points?
Twice.
Yeah. Maybe I think we got a lot of name recognition.
Sorry. Ottawa, 3 times. I forgot to add
because he had a
Columbus
split
and
season?
Ottawa. Yeah,
Wow.
3 times.
He could be a top 100 player of all time.
That's right.
With 3 60-point seasons?
3 30-goal seasons.
Three
No,
times
2
60 point getter, Matt
230.
Duchene.
Oh, he's won 30-goal game.
1 30-goal season.
To be in
I just-
consideration for the next.
What's special?
Right.
What's special
About
about
either
the
of those
Nashville
guys?
Predators?
Well, and I just. I mean, listen.
Ellie Tolvanen didn't hit. He's supposed
No,
to be
he
the
didn't.
the best player not in the NHL. Just all these guys.
And so then you look at the coaching situation too. So they fire Peter Laviolette, who's not had the best goaltending either. It's really you just look at the goaltending of teams that are not doing well. I think in Toronto's case, you actually have a legitimately different thing because Freddie Anderson was playing really well those first 25 games or whatever it was under Mike Babcock. But other than that, most of the guys that have been let go this year have just bad goaltending. And I don't know how Pekka Rinne is really doing, but I believe it's not been very great. And I couldn't quote you his numbers.
Okay, well, Pekka Rinne has always been a magical, mystical goalie.
I know both of their goalies are under a 900.
Both?
He's an 897.
Really?
16
Very
and 11.
interesting. Yeah, man, they're just super not special to me.
Here's an interesting thing about this is the difference between last year and this year for Pekka Rinne, who has up and down years. Like I'm going to go through the last 6 years with you. 923 save percentage, 908. 918, 927, 918. He's up and down and up and down and up and down.
Good,
918 is still very good. But then he's got an 897 this year. And what's fascinating about this to me is his goals against average. Because it is a full half goal a game higher than it was last year.
Which is a team stat, but we're talking about why the Predators aren't good. And yeah, there you go. That might explain
he's at
it.
almost three goals a game allowed.
So I was going through it for the LFR that your daughter watched, and Rinne allowed 2 goals on the first 3 shots. That's bad. I'm looking at what the goals were, and I'm like, I'm sorry,
They're not bad.
I just don't know what he was supposed to do.
William Nylander splits the D, and it's amazing.
With a godlike pass from Sandin, and Zach Hyman is able to score. Because Roman Josi tells his defense partner to pick up Austin Matthews. He doesn't. Rinne panics, goes over to Matthews' side, and Hyman's just like, sure, I'll take that. He gets a fortunate bounce and he whacks it in. So, I'd be curious. I know goalie analytics or whatever isn't quite as advanced, but I'd be curious to know what's his what's his high danger? Like, is he really is he giving his team a chance on nights where they don't necessarily deserve it?
Right.
Because
Sounds like they don't deserve it a lot.
his team didn't help him at all.
Right. No. And his record isn't too bad. Like, he's 16-11-3.
They could make the playoffs.
And UC Saros is 6-8.
Yep.
So it's not.
They could make the playoffs still.
Right.
But I just look at them and I'm like that. David Poile is a GM who's not afraid to shake it up, and that team needs to shake up in the worst way.
Why was Johansen brought in? Do we know why? Because he didn't have success in New Jersey. Like, that was a complete failure after all of those off-season moves, and then it seems like they rushed and brought him in.
Like, I understand maybe Laviolette getting stale, but is Hines the guy you're firing? Like, Peter Laviolette's had a pretty good record.
I want to know who in the front office he previously worked with. Like, why are we looking for a complicated answer? It's hockey. That's what it was. Right? Isn't that how it works?
Maybe.
Like, he made the playoffs with a weak New Jersey team once. And now everyone thinks, he'll get the most out of our guys? Like, is that, like, how long can he ride that? It's the NHL, so what are we talking about? 25 years? You got another 25 years of doing this?
I think you have to win a cup to get 25 years. You might get 10 on whatever.
Well, Randy Carlyle wrote it for 11. He wrote his cup for 11. That's how bad he was, by the way. He only got 11 more years out of the cup. Come on now, Randy. Come on, Randy. Damn, Randy.
Well, Randy was a particularly rough case.
Oh, baby, maybe this time. No, not this time.
Not this time. Anaheim again, part 2.
Let's try it.
I look at Nashville, like you said, nothing special, nothing remarkable. And it doesn't seem like there's any ability to do it. And I bring it back to Matt Duchene, because first off, I think country music sounds better when you're getting paid $8 million a season and there's no income tax or whatever it is. They've got like low income tax or something there. And also it's a rocket city. People are like, oh, it's the taxes. That's why everyone wants to sign to Nashville. No, go to Nashville and you'll understand why people want to sign to Nashville. It's amazing.
That's it.
But I wonder what you can do, because you're stuck with Ryan Johansen's deal. No one's taking that.
Yeah.
So what's the shakeup look like? If David Poile's the guy that's so aggressive on that sort of thing, they dealt from a position of strength with PK, as in they got rid of him, or they got rid of his contract, right? I mean, because that was really the whole point, is to dump PK's contract so they could sign Matt Duchene.
Well, and it's a shame, right? Because you go, okay, we can afford to lose PK Subban because we have Ryan Ellis, and then Ryan Ellis goes down, and all of a sudden the whole Jenga
But Ryan
tower.
Ellis, as great as Ryan Ellis is, can't be responsible for the fact that the forwards aren't scoring.
Right.
The whole damn thing. Yeah, dude, who's their leading goal scorer? Isn't it Forsberg with 16? And he's missed games, but not very many.
It's Forsberg with 16. Yeah.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
See, when they were winning, like really winning, they had like James Neal, but James Neal doing really well. Like James Neal, the one thing you cannot deny is he's got that finish about him. There is something about him, he just scores goals. Bangs and goals.
And if your team makes the playoffs with him, he'll bang in goals there too. Yeah, James Neal.
Not that he'd be the solution now.
No, but he's a big game player.
Yeah.
The key is to get into big games. And the Preds might not actually do that this year.
Wow. Hard to imagine, eh?
Yeah.
Like it's just such a strong team for such a long time.
They're the opposite of what Nashville is as a city. They're meh.
Good point.
They're boring. It's a boring team.
On the other half, well, yeah, and again, the John Hines thing didn't make sense to me. It's like, okay, you needed to fire Peter Laviolette now to get John Hines for what?
I don't know.
Like, I understood. I still don't understand what Vegas did, but I can understand why they like Pete DeBoer. I get that.
Sure, but like,
I don't understand
firing Gallant because you're not getting goaltending.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
Maybe that was one where they go. Well,
but I can understand why they like him. John Hines, I don't get. I don't get yet. I liked him when he pulled New Jersey to the playoffs.
That was what, 4 years ago?
It was 2 years ago.
But still,
18 months. But yeah,
that was 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Okay,
you're hiring him because 12 years ago?
Well, there's a lot of coaches.
When Taylor Hall won the Hart?
There's a lot of coaches.
As a junior player?
24 years ago?
Wow. Whoa.
Who won the Cup 24 years ago? When the Avs in their first season
won the Cup? Yeah, God. Quebec.
And Duchene was cheering for them because he was an Avs fan. Let's talk about how he's an Avs fan, too.
Not enough is made of how mad Quebec City should be about that.
Losing their team?
Yeah. Well, the first the first year they lose them, they win the cup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's terrible. I've seen a couple things where there was a push to, no, keep them there one more year. They might actually do it. You know what else I was just talking to someone about today? What's it like for the other guy in an all-time fleecing trade? Like where you're the guy going to the team that got fleeced?
Like Jocelyn Thibault?
What is it like to be Jocelyn Thibault? What is it like to be the guy who was traded for Patrick Waugh and have his team win the cup immediately as soon as you leave?
Oh, and then you're in Montreal.
Like Colby Armstrong
Which is tough.
good-humored about being the guy who was traded for Marian Hossa.
Right.
Also, the trade didn't directly lead to a cup for the team. It led to a Stanley Cup final. We know all the Marian Hossa stuff. I don't think he's mad about it. He won 3 after that anyway. But like,
Was it 3 he ended up with?
He was with the Blackhawks for all of them.
Oh, wow.
10, 13, and 15.
Wow.
So what is it like being Jocelyn Thibault?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever asked him.
I wouldn't want it asked.
You wouldn't? I think
I'd change my name to Other Guy. If I was traded for Patrick Waugh, are you joking?
Ken Reed needs to write Other Guy. The stories of the other guys in the trade.
I was traded for hi, I'm Mike Krushelnyski, and I was traded for Wayne Gretzky.
Right?
Or no, was it Mike Krushelnyski?
I don't even remember.
Gretzky trade, yeah.
I don't even remember. Who was, oh my God. Like, you know Marcus Naslund was drafted by,
I'm Jimmy Carson.
Yeah.
Who was a first-round draft pick that they thought was going to be really, really good. Martin Gelinas was involved in that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but
who's Jimmy Carson? I don't know.
He was a first-round draft pick of the LA Kings. They thought he was going to be a pretty good player. Turned out to be okay.
So, actually, now I have 2 things. Marcus Naslund was not drafted by the Canucks.
Who's he drafted by?
The Pittsburgh Penguins. I think he even played for them. And he was drafted for like, I don't remember the guy's name
Right.
at all. Don't remember. Also, someone asked, because on ice surfing we were bringing up...
You guys do this. I have to run.
oh, okay.
2 seconds.
Okay.
The Sens have a legitimate shot at picking twice in the top 5 this year,
Yes.
right?
Because they have San Jose's pick.
Sedins again.
Well, Adam, the Sedins were not the last... He's gone. They were not the last duo of players to be drafted top 5 by the same team in the same draft. Do you know who it was?
In the top 5 by the same team.
In the same draft. So
And
the
they're-
Sedins was 99, and they were the second most recent.
The brothers.
Yes.
By the same team?
The same
No,
team.
I have no idea.
See, the water's broken in this building. Where is Adam going right now?
I don't know. I offered
'Cause he
him
can't go
water.
in that bathroom
No,
with us,
no.
All right. Same team, same draft. 2000,
Okay.
New York Islanders.
Who is it?
First overall pick, Rick DiPietro.
Does Rick DiPietro have a brother who did not pan out?
5th overall pick.
No way.
Guy who you cannot believe went 5th overall. Ended his career with the Leafs technically.
Okay.
Raffi Torres.
What?
Raffi Torres went 5th overall in 2000.
I thought you said this was a pair of brothers.
No, I didn't say brothers.
I asked you if it was brothers.
I don't know. You kept
Check the
saying
tape.
brothers.
Yeah, and I asked, and you should have said no.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay, my bad.
So Raffi
Does
Torres.
Rick DiPietro have a brother? And I was like, no, but I'm going to continue.
I thought it was brothers.
Sorry, I was distracted by where Adam was going to
Yeah,
pee.
me too.
Where did you pee?
No, I had to go.
Let's get water. You're not on mic, so you can't just
You
talk.
can hear him. Okay.
So Rick DiPietro and Raffi Torres were both drafted in the top 5 by the New York Islanders.
In 2000. Raffi Torres.
He was a beast for Team Canada back in the World Junior. That was back when I really used to watch that tournament.
He was
Like
one of
front
my
to
guys.
back.
I forget the point you're trying to make by bringing these two up.
Oh, just like I went from bad trades to duds.
Oh, okay.
I have to say, the drafts in the last 5 years, especially with the top 10 picks, it just seems like they are a lot better at evaluating talent than they used to be.
Yeah.
You know, like you'd have guys like
misses.
Raffi Torres is a great example, but like who was it the Rangers took in?
Hugh Jessamine, the huge specimen.
No, it was
The defenseman.
no, it was Patrick Stefan. Didn't the Rangers take Patrick Stefan?
Oh, yeah, they did.
They did. And like he was supposed to be the best, and he was like second overall or third overall. And
Was he?
like he was not
He's so good.
He was good,
had a
but like
good career.
not that good. But then you're starting to see, I think, at least top fives where maybe not everybody's a superstar, but look at like McDavid, the McDavid year where McDavid's
He's got
first.
a future.
Yeah, he might have a future. Who was number 2 that draft? I can't remember.
Oh, Jack Eichel.
Yeah,
It actually
he's,
took me a
he's
sec.
okay.
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
got Strome and then Marner. So out of the top 4, like you got 3 legitimate NHL superstars in the top 4 on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Where 10 years before, Marner's not going top 10. He's too small,
He's probably not even. I don't know if he's going first round
right?
or he's like the exotic pick.
Yeah,
He's
like,
the-
whoa.
whoa.
They can afford this because they have a deep system already. It's amazing how well and how much better the NHL is at drafting now than they were. I think that it just seems to me, if you look at the actual draft sheets and that sort of thing, the top 10 especially, people are really starting to understand that.
Linking this back to Nashville, someone said, dude, go look at Nashville's first round picks from the past decade.
Oh. Not good, huh?
Not a ton there. In 2009, they had Ryan Ellis.
Oh.
And I think that's probably their best first rounder since.
That might be why they keep trading their first rounders.
Adam, are you talking about Patrick Stefan who missed the goal for the Thrashers?
Yeah, for the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, for the Dallas Stars. He was drafted by the Thrashers first overall.
Oh.
not
I
the
was
Rangers.
thinking about Derek Stefan.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
about Derek Stefan too.
no.
Derek
Patrick
Stefan
Stefan was
is through the legs.
Do you have that draft, though?
Greatest shootout goal ever.
No, that was Merrick Malik.
Ah, Merrick Malik. Damn it, getting on my Rangers.
We have a
mixed up.
hockey podcast.
Yeah.
Let's start talking about ECW again.
Who was second in that draft, though? It was a
In the
great-
1999 draft?
Yes.
I have it right in front of me.
Okay.
It's Daniel Sedin and Henrik Sedin.
Okay, and then number 4, Rangers, I think, right?
Pavel Brendel.
That's it. Pavel Brendel, who only played 78 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the funny thing about that, and I remember this story, so Brian Burke obviously had to wheel and deal to get the second and third overall pick in that draft, but he's notoriously said, like, I wanted Brendel too. So, I mean, what a genius for nailing the Sedins. Dude, he wanted a bust as well.
Yeah. But then you look at like the rest of the Tim Connolly went number 5. Brian Finley, who played 4 games ever in the NHL, was a goalie.
Wow.
Who had
Drafted.
the most points in the 99 draft? Because I remember leading into that.
It's a Sedin.
One of the
It was,
Sedins.
well, yeah, but then, like,
Zetterberg.
What's the drop off?
Henrik Daniel, then Henrik Zetterberg. Then
Who was what, 7th round?
7th, yeah.
It was
10.
notoriously a
And
bad
Verbata
draft.
was another good pick by the Avs at 212, 2 picks behind Zetterberg. And Havlat to the Sens at 26.
So, like, it wasn't a bad draft. It's just people didn't know how to scout.
So the Predators drafted Martin Erat at 191. Ooh. And no, he had fun.
Good pick for
Listen,
that late.
the
Seventh
Martin
round.
Erat trade was really bad.
Yes.
But the Martin Erat pick was not bad. In 800 games, the guy had 545 goals or points. That's not a bad number. That's
It was
really
a
good.
great career.
Yeah, absolutely.
They need that's a hit for them. That trade was a hit.
Yeah.
They need another hit.
They do need another.
been
hit.
a while.
Well, and I wonder if you combine Nashville's general manager with Vancouver's general managers. You get Vancouver's drafting and Nashville's trading / signing of free agents. I mean,
With
you're free.
our powers combined.
I still like if you put those two together. You put Poyle and Jim Benning together. I think you have a pretty strong staff.
Sure.
Like you are now you're drafting at an elite level. You're trading at an elite level, and you're signing guys at a B minus. I say.
That's generous.
Their free agent signings are not always the best in Nashville, but and definitely not good in Vancouver. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right?
Sure.
So we'll go with that.
No one's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. Now let's talk about the Leafs because they looked like the team that we want them to be.
Yes.
And they they do this to us, right? They're like, hey, this is us now, and then they have a stinker or a 5-game stinker, and you're like, oh, this must be them now. And I wonder which version we're going to get. Like, I tweeted it as soon as the Nylander goal went in, and then Nashville came back and scored like 30 seconds later. It's like, as a Leaf fan, you can't enjoy a lead, and you must accept this. You will never be able to enjoy a lead,
Especially a 1-goal lead.
ever. A 3-goal lead.
Yeah, like a question I'm almost always asked during the LFRs is how late into the game or how much time remaining before you can relax. And the answer for me, like if it's a 3-goal lead,
There better be like 2 minutes left.
I think less. I seriously think less. No, because Because then I start doing the math.
I mean, he's not wrong, right?
Dude,
Like,
they have a 3-goal lead. There's 90 seconds left. That's a goal every 30 seconds. I've seen them do it.
Yeah, but then you could say that about anything. You'd be like, 5 goals in 5 seconds.
You know what? Just
Could
I
happen.
could say it about everything, but I wouldn't be right. But
you
the
do.
Toronto Maple Leafs we're talking about, and they do this shit all the time.
I think you could say it about everything, and you find a way to say it about everything.
what is the Pierre Maguire story about Hart? He was the coach in Hartford. Is this a Ray Ferraro story?
No, this was a Nick Kiprios story.
Yes. Okay, so this is a great story.
Yeah, they're down. They're down 4 goals. I think it was heading into the third.
Poor Kips.
And Pierre Maguire, who I was standing next to on the red carpet, supposedly said, "All right, boys, the plan is." The plan is to score a goal every 5 minutes. All right, let's go. And they scored a goal 3 minutes into the period. And he goes, all right, you see that, boys? You see that? We're ahead of schedule. But he meant it. Oh, it's so bad.
You have to respect, I think,
What?
I think you got to respect the blind positivity, do you not?
No, absolutely not. You don't know. Optimism is a bad thing to have when it's based in denial. Does that make sense? You should be optimistic. You should.
It's got to be rooted in facts, though.
I am optimistic that this will be a good show. Hey, we often have good shows. I should be optimistic about that.
Right.
I'm optimistic I could survive a swim across Lake Ontario right now in January, butt naked,
And
with very minimal swimming skill.
Steve makes it the first 20 meters. We're like, look at that, Steve, you're ahead of schedule.
Hey, ahead of schedule.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, and they lost that game. And also,
No way.
Oh, shocking.
Probably drowned.
Well, and so, I mean, I hope that we continue to see more of the Leafs that we saw against Nashville. But it's Nashville, and Nashville's not having a good year.
Right.
Now, their schedule apparently is
Are they ahead of
I saw people debating whether it was easy or not, and it seemed to be sort of split.
the
But
Leafs?
Yeah,
remaining
but I don't
schedule?
think the remaining schedule is as hard as it would have been
Because
at the beginning of the year.
NHL.com did an analysis of the most tough schedules going ahead for the rest of the season, and like Boston ended up with the easiest schedule, but it didn't take into account like there was a road trip and the majority of their road games are on the West Coast.
Right.
Like it didn't factor those in. It was just entirely based on points percentage. So then the Leafs ended up somewhere in like the lower half of like a really difficult schedule. I think they were like 20th or like 19th or something. So then, but everyone's like, but they have so little games and they're kind of spread out and they're all on the East Coast. So nobody really knows if they have a tough schedule.
I also want to throw this out there. When you're the best team, every schedule is going to be a little bit easier for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you're Boston, and if someone goes, Boston's got the easiest schedule, yeah, it's because Boston's fucking great.
Yeah, if you have to look at that shit, odds are you're clawing in anyway.
Yeah, I think.
You think the Blues are worried about their schedule right now?
Probably
The
not.
Caps are worried about their schedule right now?
You play who's in front of you.
Yeah.
Like Tampa's worried
So
about it?
I
Win the
don't-
games.
I wonder. Obviously,
Find a way.
Sandin has become a guy that they can rely on, and having Muzzin and Hall back together certainly made a difference.
Holy shit, did it ever.
It's nice-
It felt like getting Hall back.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like,
and it
man,
felt
he
like
makes
ignoring Cody Ceci again.
Yes.
It's like, wow, we
Justin
don't have
Hall
to focus on that.
is going to make $2 million next year. That's a big raise. It's also decent. That's good bottom pairing defenseman money.
But
or
when-
bargain top 4.
When Justin Hall pinches in the offensive zone and nobody covers his ass
And it's
it
Martin
goes the other
Marincin
way.
Or
Yeah.
It's
And they
not
allow a
good.
goal 30 seconds after they just scored one. That's not helpful. Who cares who's playing defense at that point?
And I don't think him and Dermott are a fit at all. Like, it felt like getting Justin Hall back. And also we got Jake Muzzin back. It's a pair! Holy shit! They got a pair! Like, I felt like they played a solid 2 weeks without a single pair.
Can I read you a Justin Bourne tweet from 2 nights ago?
Let's go.
It's so good. Cody Ceci's stick has like reverse gravity or something. It's rarely on the ice. Always up near his hips in both hands. Looks like he has to force it down there when the puck comes around. Makes a lot of his touches look panicky.
Yes.
And so what's interesting about that is I think part of that is the way CC skates, and I don't know if he's ever had, and maybe Sens fans can enlighten me, but I don't know if he's ever had like a back injury, but the way he skates is very... there's a swing to his upper body when you watch him skate. He's an awkward skater anyway.
What if he's just not very good?
Well, I think that's part of it. But like, you make it to the NHL, like keep your stick on the ice, kid, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like it's at a certain point, and again we go back to why are we playing the guy?
I don't know. Like, the games we're talking about, like you didn't say, hey, he played great. You said
we can go back to ignoring him.
Yes.
Which is good. If I don't see Cody
it's
Ceci,
acceptable.
It's acceptable.
There's a difference between good and acceptable.
You're right.
It's acceptable. We'll have to make do for now. But like, you're going into the Stanley Cup final where it's just 20 murderers versus 20 murderers, except you got 19
murderers. I mean, just some of our murderers are pretty good.
Wave after wave after wave of guys who are playing their best hockey of their life. And the coach is aiming for you. You know?
They would go after him.
First round of the playoffs, Pasternak is like licking his lips like the weasel from Bugs Bunny. Yeah. He wants that shit. He last year, he got hit by Jake Muzzin a bunch of times. He didn't like it. I don't want that. Tell you what, I'm going to go out there.
When Cody Ceci's on.
Brad Marchand is going to stick him in the balls. Bergeron is literally going to just take his wallet. Then he'll pass it to me for the easiest goal of my entire life. You know, so... And then the guy who's supposed to take his spot is 19.
I'm okay with it.
I'm more okay with it, but I think we're still in acceptable territory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I want Sandin in there, but they're just not done with this right side.
No, and that brings us to, and this is where it's going to start to pick up.
Okay,
so you're going to start to hear trade deadline talk and stuff.
It's almost February. That's how it goes, man.
It is how it goes. You really think the Leafs are going to make a trade for the right-handed? Anything major? Because I don't think they're going to make... I don't see them, like, fiddling around. They have enough like, marginal depth. You know, like, a lot of times guys will, like, they'll throw, like, a fifth-round pick at a team that's going to miss the playoffs to, like, you know, the Leafs trade for Ryan O'Byrne in 2013 where they threw a fourth-round pick at the Colorado Avalanche. You know, the Leafs could do that. Looked at doing that last year, but I think they've got the depth that they probably want in terms of defense. You've got Liljegren there. You've got Marinch in there. Liljegren wasn't great in his game, but, like, I mean, come on. They were awful. They were playing awful.
I feel like in terms of rentals, the best teams usually don't have to do very much.
Exactly. I don't think they're gonna nip around the edges. I think if they're gonna make a move, it's gonna be a big move.
Like, okay,
but do you really see that happening during the season?
Can I throw out the name that everybody keeps throwing out?
Throw it.
Georgiev.
No. Josh Manson.
Josh Manson.
He's been thrown out there for
years.
God knows how long.
He's still being thrown out. $4.1 million through 2022.
That's a good deal.
So you get him next year and the year after. Right-handed defenseman, 28. Probably package it to an Anaheim team that's not doing well at all.
I'm into it.
But for who?
That's the thing.
And
what do you have to give up?
And for everybody that's wondering, like, everybody does this and goes, well, is Josh Manson really the answer?
Well, is Sidney Crosby really the answer?
Yeah, Sidney Crosby's the answer to most problems.
Is he really?
Most of what ails you, Sidney Crosby could cure. But is Josh Manson going to come in and all of a sudden become Nick Lidstrom? No.
You work at a convenience store, and the high schooler that you have usually working the cash on weekends quits. Sidney Crosby. That's the answer.
Man.
It's always the answer.
Listen, it is always the answer.
He walks in there with them cakes.
All I'm saying,
and he sells that hand sanitizer.
Josh Manson,
and also gum.
Josh Manson is a very good defenseman. But I think what I want to do is just say this beforehand. Temper your expectations when it comes to whoever they bring in. Because unless his name is Alex Pietrangelo, he's not going to win a Norris Trophy. This is like we have to look at this as like they're going to try to move and not kill the offense that they have,
Right.
and the offensive depth that they have. Because remember, everybody gets injured in the playoffs, and the Leafs have been injured all season long. We get one Johansen back, we got to trade Kapanen for him. We get one Kerfoot back, we got to trade someone else for him. And so it's
And then one of those guys gets hurt.
Yeah, 100%.
If you trade Janssen, Kapanen's getting hurt.
No,
If
I
you
mean trade
Kapanen,
to the
Janssen's
LTIR.
getting hurt. Oh.
You know, Tavares has been out. Marner's been out. Like there've been
Riley's out right now.
Riley's out right now. He's not even going to be reevaluated for another 5
10
weeks,
years.
6 weeks, 10 years.
Yeah. Next time dinosaurs come back.
Wow. To the end of Ryan Johansen's contract.
Cool, eh?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. That was sick.
Time's a cycle. You know, it's a flat circle.
Yeah, just like the planet, right?
Exactly.
So anyway,
Josh Manson.
So anyway, Josh Manson's going to be good.
Do you think they're going to make a move for him? Because it's everybody keeps talking about it for so long.
Here's the thing, though,
The
is that
smoke was fire.
like if Georgiev costs you Janssen, and I've read a lot, and I've started to come off even giving up Janssen. It's like, wait a second, hey, wait, like this guy's played like 60 games. Like, relax. And so I need to get off my horse on that one. And I think New York needs to get off their horse because they don't have. Because they've got 3 NHL quality goaltenders, New York does not have the leverage that you would think that they have.
well, yeah, like you're trading one.
You have to trade one.
We know
and,
you're
and it won't be Hank.
Yeah,
And it won't be the other guy because he's apparently better.
yeah.
So it's going to be Georgiev. When it comes to Anaheim, I mean, Anaheim doesn't have to trade Josh Manson. So then when you look at how much it's going to cost you,
Right.
the cost goes up because they're like, well, this is a guy who's on a controlled deal. This is awesome.
Yeah, and another name that comes up is Dumba. Similar situation.
Dumba, I don't. Okay, so Dumba is like Riley, but on the left side, and had a pectoral injury, has not come back from it.
like.
They say he's been having a good season in terms of like his underlying numbers.
But yeah,
He can score goals, too, for
he
very
can, but he has not had the results haven't been there, and I'm not
Right, because it's not a good team.
Sorry, I'm not trying to demean Matt Dumba.
Yeah.
But is Matt Dumba going to be the guy? Like, do you bring him in here to play your style? Sure, he can play that.
Yeah. Here's the problem, Adam. You're going to bring in a guy, and no matter who he is, he's going to be an improvement. So, is Matt Dumba, Alex Pietrangelo? Of course not. Is Josh Manson, Alex Pietrangelo? Of course not. They're going to be an improvement regardless, because what you're putting them up against is Cody frickin' Ceci. No offense to Cody frickin' Ceci.
Frickin'
Jesus, my
Ceci.
mouth. Ceci, right? But no matter who comes in, because they're going to be an automatic improvement, there will be no stopping the planning of the parade.
Well,
There will be absolutely. If the Leafs get Dumba without significantly taking from their current roster, I'll be beside myself. I will be inconsolable with glee. I'll literally fly to Boston just to walk the streets and talk shit.
but Matt Dumba's going to drive people as crazy as Morgan Riley does for the
Right.
same reasons on the right side. And I just want to know if everybody's prepared for that.
Can we have our Tyson Barrie conversation?
Yeah, okay.
Our Tyson Barrie, because that relates right to it. 'Cause Ian Tulloch asked a very adorable question, I thought, on Twitter. He's like, so what's going on here with Tyson Barrie? He's putting up a bunch of points. He's actually had really good numbers since Sheldon Keefe came on board. But I'm struggling with this eye test thing with him. And so many people have been saying that, and I'm like, it's like you never watched Jake Gardiner play a game in his life.
That's exactly what he's right side Jake Gardiner.
Yes, except everyone defended him at every turn. Everyone defended him at every turn because he was their hill to die on.
Gardner or Piper?
Jake?
No, Jake. Yes.
No, but he was
Tyson
also the
Barrie.
whipping boy.
Yes, he was. Yes, so
He was a whipping boy in the mainstream, but we talk
Yeah.
about online and especially the advanced stats community, and rightly so for a very long time.
We were warring over him from 2013 to 19.
Yep.
6
Yeah.
years. And he
but-
was the original William Nealon.
But both sides had the case because
That's true.
If Jake Gardiner makes a mistake, it's a world-ending mistake. It usually leads to the biggest goal of the game.
Yes. But with Tyson Barrie, what was he advertised as?
Jake Gardiner right side.
Yep. You got it. He wasn't that under Mike. He was this boring hunk of nothing. And Sheldon Keefe comes on, 3 goals in 3 games. It's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And now, probably not as good defensively as he was under Babcock, but he does stuff.
Man, where would the Leafs be without him, with Riley up? Telling you.
Right?
Fucked. Oh, man, they blew this trade. Did they now?
So I don't understand.
I love when
What
people-
is the complaint?
The complaint is that Tyson Barrie is not
people-
Alex Pietrangelo, and that's why I'm saying it.
Why are people complaining that Tyson
Come
Barrie
on.
is under a good coach exactly as advertised?
Right.
He is exactly
Well, and
what we were told he would be.
I saw a tweet, I think, a couple nights ago. It's okay. It's fair to say now that the Kadri-Barrie Kerfoot trade was an absolute unmitigated disaster. No, and like, can you imagine if we went into the playoffs with Kadri, Tavares, Matthews, and Spezza as our top 4 centermen?
And Hall, Ceci, Liljegren. Like Liljegren, I think he's going to be good. He's not there yet. And imagine you come into the season. We know Hall's good now. We didn't know that when the season began.
Mm-hmm.
When we were making the Leafs top 6, I wasn't even considering Hall as an option because a hockey player has to fill that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, he was not one. He was a hockey practicer. So you were going to go into the season with CC as your top right-handed guy, a guy who played 11 games last year, or 8, whatever it was, and a rookie
Right.
who might not be ready?
Pretty tough to
I
make
know
a
it's
case.
legal. It's not that legal, guys.
Pretty tough to make a case to fire Babcock if you give him a right side that looks like that.
Yes! And people would carve Dubas for it, and they'd be right. They'd be absolutely right. And so what we got... Dude, I love Kadri. I love him. I wish he was a Leaf still badly. He fucked up. We don't need to dig through all that again. I love Nazem Kadri. He's doing great in Colorado. We knew he would do great in Colorado because Colorado needed him.
I need to tell you what Brian Burke said on the radio.
Oh, I can't wait. I
you're
bet
done.
it was complimentary of Nazem Kadri. But
Did Brian
Colorado-
Burke draft Nazem Kadri?
he might have.
You know,
He might have. And he might have done it on video.
I wish he'd talk about that more.
You know what?
I would say that if Bergie were here, by the way.
Berkey, why so bashful
Please,
about
Brian,
drafting Nazem Kadri?
who did you draft for the Leafs? I can't remember.
You would have up in Anaheim.
Weirdly, he doesn't talk about Tyler Biggs as much.
I chirped him about that on trade deadline
Did
day
you?
last year.
See, here's the thing. He's got a good sense of humor, so you know that he'd be like,
He really does.
Yeah, he doesn't
really
care.
does. But like Colorado got rid of Tyson Barrie because they thought he sucked. No, they had Cale Makar coming in. There's one puck. You know what I mean? They needed Kadri up front. Imagine now with, like, why aren't we treating Barrie with these injuries? Oh, thank God we have Tyson Barrie. Why aren't we treating him the way Avalanche fans treated Kadri when Rantanen and Landeskog were out? Where Avalanche fans were going, whew!
thank God we got Kadri.
What would we be doing without this guy? What would the Leafs be doing without Tyson Barrie? And then as a throw-in,
we got
they got a
Kerfoot.
guy who's playing with Tavares? It wasn't that bad, guys. It wasn't that. You could argue, oh, they should have gotten more, maybe something like that. They got 2 pretty useful pieces.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even if they ended up trading Tyson Barrie because they still don't think he's the greatest fit, they'd be utterly fucked without him.
I would say that. I don't know that Tyson Barrie is the greatest fit because he didn't cure what ails you, right? But
He stopped the bleeding.
he did stop the bleeding, and when Morgan Riley went down, he became extremely valuable. And I mean, he was valuable before. It was just he wasn't being used properly. And I think you could. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to see a move at the trade deadline as a part of a package to get the guy that they think might be a better fit or a longer term player, i.e., a Manson or a Dumba. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you could make a case for him being traded in that package and then that team going, okay, we're going to reflip this guy and grab some more assets for him, right? Because he's a valuable piece. Or you could just hang on to him. But I don't think Tyson Barrie's here next year by any stretch. I don't think they're re-signing him. I don't think he's going to stay. He's going to get paid a lot of money by a certain team.
He's perfect in this situation.
But
He's
I think-
not perfect at...
But he
8
goes back.
times 8.
But
He makes
Tyson
less
Barrie is
than
the reason.
$3 million.
Yeah.
He's good now.
Totally. And Tyson Barrie, especially at $2.5 million that they're paying him, like, cares.
joke.
But the reason I said what I said about Dumba and Josh Manson is it's the Tyson Barrie treatment that I'm worried about. These guys show up, They get, they're
going to get it.
You trade a thing, and then it's like, well, Matt Dumba is defensively flawed. Who could have known? Everyone.
They don't need, the Leafs don't
Josh Manson isn't Alex Pietrangelo. Who could have known? Everyone.
They don't need to be the Stevens Niedermeyer defense, though.
I think that for a lot of people, they do.
Well,
I think perception-wise, they do.
I'm going to let you in on this, Adam. A lot of people are unreasonable.
It's not
the Leafs
fair point.
need if they come into the playoffs with like the 12th or 13th ranked defense in the entire league, they should literally be cup favorites. Because their offense, I think, is top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Their goaltending should, on a normal day, is top 10. It has not been a normal day for a few weeks now. And then if their D is like, you could even be bottom half amongst playoff teams come playoff time. That should be enough to win you at least a round, and then it's basically up to the gods. You know what I mean? They don't need... Everyone's going, okay, Alex Pietrangelo at this point is, okay, who's the best name we could think of?
Right.
Like, we're talking about, like, what, a top 10 right-handed D in this league? Like a guy who's going to play for Team Canada at the Olympics?
On the first line.
Like, I want him too. I want a Bugatti. It's all these things we've talked about before.
Yeah, it's like, why not just go out and get John Carlson? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. John Carlson would be exactly the same problem. Great scorer, defensively a bit flawed.
Oh, you can't afford the Bugatti. Well, how about the Ferrari? What? No, you're not thinking. Like, no. Here is. Okay, this is a Mazda 6. It's a good car.
It'll get you to work.
We got you the auto starter and the buttons in the wheel.
It comes with Apple CarPlay.
Fancy.
Right?
And it costs 1/6 of the price of a Bugatti. Or some. Do you want that? I don't know if it's enough to get me to and from work.
I think I need a Bugatti to get to and from work.
It would just be really nice if we could have a couple of Acuras and the rest Honda Civics. I'm good with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And an Acura cake at the end of it.
Which takes a punch buggy out of your garage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It takes your parents' 1995 Ford Taurus station wagon out of the driveway. Speaking from experience, folks. And there you have a... Why aren't you grateful for this Mazda 6? You know how hard I had to save for this Mazda 6? Brandon Pridham has not gone home in 2 weeks so that we can afford this Mazda 6. And you're complaining it's not a Bugatti? What's wrong with you?
I paid a full $1 more for this Mazda 6 than I needed to.
And I earned every dollar. I break my back for this Mazda 6.
With all the talk of the Leafs' defensive woes, we cannot forget that their offensive players need to be better defensively.
And the first goal was directly Matthews and Marner's fault.
Yes.
As a
Marner should have been in support because there was a defensive pitch.
I thought it was Matthews.
No, because Marner's...
There was debate on that.
Marner's forward 3, so Matthews comes in, and Marner's job
Matthews is already down. I don't understand the Matthews argument.
Matthews is where he should be. He's he should or shouldn't be.
I thought Marner was the deeper guy on that play.
Because he's coming down from the hash marks.
Yeah. It's his responsibility to be back.
No, I understand.
Regardless of where Matthews is.
It's one of those situations I thought where I know who's supposed to be doing what, but like if Matthews just goes, oh, he's already in it, I guess I got to cover for him and get back. But I don't know, they fucked it up.
Right.
So things like that.
and 5 minutes into his return, Muzzin's like sliding across the ice on his knees. I'm like, welcome back, Jake. Have fun with that.
You enjoying that?
Welcome to the Leafs. You gonna resign? You want to resign?
So like little stuff like that helps you go from a D- to at least a C. You know?
Yeah.
If you get some help from your offensive players on the defensive end.
You know what?
Little things.
And this is your lowest mark.
Right.
You got a few A's. You got a bunch of A's, A pluses, couple B pluses. You can get into the university you want if you get a C in this one course.
Mm-hmm. If you just get a C in math, we'll let you into journalism.
Adam and I did not know.
Couldn't even know.
Oh, you don't need math for journalism. So.
Thank God.
No.
Everything else needed math. Like everything else was like, well, you're gonna have to need math, and I was like, okay, well, I guess it's gonna be media then. Do you want to do this? No, it's gonna need some math.
No.
Ooh, well, not for me.
I like science. Need math.
Yeah.
So what are we landing on? Tyson Barrie doesn't come back.
Matt,
No, clearly not.
Six.
And I just don't know that they get that trade done. I just don't see it happening. And people will carve Dubas for that too. I just don't see that the possibility of bringing in even a Josh Manson or a Matt Dunba this season. I just don't see it.
They don't have the extra pieces in the cap space.
I think that they have the cap space if you're trading one of Kerfoot, Cabot, and Johansen, because those three seem to be the guys.
Or
Because,
Cece. You know?
yeah, you know what? You throw CC in.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, to a team, because he's expiring. Who cares?
Dude, if you can.
No, they'll take him. A team
Yeah.
like if it's a
is
trade,
expiring.
if it's a trade like it's with Colorado, where quote unquote hockey trade with two playoff teams, that's a little different. But if it's a team that's going to clearly miss the playoffs, what do they care?
Right.
Yeah, we'll take Cody Ceci. Like, who cares?
You're paying $1.5 million for the end of the year in terms of salary.
How about
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. CC back to Ottawa.
For Ron
Dylan
Hainsey?
DeMello.
Oh, Dylan DeMello.
And you obviously gotta spice up that chili there. Can't just give him Cody Ceci. But we're talking about
Kalle Kosella and Dylan and
I wish I hadn't gone all the way down to Mazda 6 because now I'm looking at Dylan DeMello, who I like, and I'm like, listen, what we've got here is Adam, help me out. You know cars more than I do. Mm-hmm. What is a sensible, nice car?
Toyota Yaris.
The cheapest car in Canada.
The Toyota Yaris. I think a Toyota Yaris is sensible. I mean, and Dylan DeMello's making what, $700,000 this
Yeah.
year? Like,
What are you entering some freaking Grand Prix? No, you're going to and from work. I got this brand new 2020 Dylan DeMello ready to drive off the lot today for Cody Ceci and a second round pick or some shit.
good on gas.
I don't know.
No, I hope it's not a second round
don't know.
pick. Jesus.
I don't know.
Is that what it gets?
For Dylan DeMello, I don't think so. Maybe there's a bidding war for him. You don't know, right?
For Cece?
No, for DeMello. For CC, no.
At this point, I don't know if.
And
there's
also,
much,
Cody Ceci does not want to go back to
I
Ottawa.
don't think there's much value in even getting rid of Cody Ceci because how much does it even save you on the cap?
Well, I
late
think
in
if
the
you've
season?
got to make salaries work in a trade and they've got a valuable package coming their way, they'll take Cody Ceci. But you're
Sure.
not trading Cody Ceci to get rid of him at this point.
Right.
That's the thing. You're trading him because, hey, we got to make the salaries work and Cody Ceci's expiring.
Get
So,
Ron Hainsey back.
I wouldn't even hate that.
Shit, yeah.
Would
Yeah,
not
I
hate
think
it.
I'm
Although that
settling-
giveaway yesterday was pretty
yeah.
painful.
What
Ron
happened
Hainsey playing 10 minutes a night is not the worst.
if he's playing 10 minutes a night?
Well,
There's something there.
The Leafs have a different coach now, so
I
he
just
will play
listen-
10 minutes a night.
You ever listen to yourself as you're talking? Every time we talk about this, I'm like, I'm still at summer camp outside of Heron Park Arena, haggling with the Dickie D guy to get my $2 ice cream for $1.50. They got to do something creative. I want to see Kyle Dubas make a trade that I can't think of.
He does that.
Right. He does that
Tyson
all the
Barrie
time.
trade was-
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's been a while.
Can I tell you something, Steven?
Yes, Jesse.
We're going to be sitting here. It's going to be game one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. We're going to be like, it's coming up tonight or Saturday night or whenever we record before game one. And the lineup's going to be tweeted out by Mark Masters or whoever's on it.
Probably not. Bell. Garbage. Gross.
Whoever wants to tweet it out that day. And on that defensive pairing is going to be Cody Ceci. He's going to be in the defensive core in that lineup game one of the playoffs.
Yeah, but we won't
And I
mind because
think-
he's playing 4 minutes a night behind Alex Pietrangelo. Hey!
Sure, but he's going to be in the lineup. I think we have to accept that. It doesn't look like there's going to be a deal this year for the Leafs.
What you're saying is I'm not getting any ice cream today?
You're not getting any ice
No,
cream.
you're not getting ice cream.
You're getting a Cody Ceci this year, and you're going to have to deal with it.
You're my parents driving me home going, well, it's better for you anyway, son.
What?
No, you shouldn't have ice cream anyway. You got soccer practice tonight. That's what you're telling me.
By the way, I have to issue an apology to Sense
being
Nation because Brian 5 or 6 tweeted out last night.
Oh,
Who didn't quit?
Yeah, he didn't quit.
Unquitter.
He tweeted out. He's like, tonight's the night Nikita Zaitsev's going to score, and I thought, I'm going to jump in on that and say no, he's not.
Oh, no.
And I said, if by score you mean ice the puck, then he'll have many goals.
And if he had missed, he would have.
And of course, in the last 30 seconds, he pots a fucking empty netter.
You're
Come
right.
on!
Absolutely
Nikita
unbelievable.
Zaitsev is here to ruin my life, even when he's not a Leaf.
And he ties Cody Ceci in goal scoring.
Right.
And
Damn.
Pecorino.
And Pecorine. That's right. Oof. That hurt.
Jeez.
Ouch.
Oh my God.
So my apologies, and Brian 5 or 6 said this. He's like, you don't owe me a big apology. So my apology, Brian. You were right and I was wrong. And if I had picked any other night, and if you'd picked any other night, we wouldn't have been. But last night was the night. You win. Brian, you win. You.
5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times. Well, you win him for 5 or 6 more years. So
Can you read out the tweet I sent you earlier about the Ottawa Senators? From
oh yeah.
one of our
so
old-time favorites, Ken Campbell.
Ken it was a strange feeling reading that tweet because Ken Campbell is so averse to conflict.
there are some people. Okay. Can I just throw this out there? Listen, and everybody's got that friend. Everybody's got that friend that's like they court mayhem. And they're like, I can't, and then afterwards, like, I can't believe how crazy people are.
This is
it's
just, how did this happen?
It's like they start a fire and then they're like, I don't know why this fire started. Like, I only put gasoline down on the ground and dropped a match on it. I can't believe that this happened.
No.
So here's what Ken Campbell said.
He's friggin'.
Now, Ken never
it's always sunny.
I don't think. Yeah,
just wild card, bitches.
I don't think he ever complains about this one, but there are people that do. Anyway, apparently the Ottawa Senators really, really don't like it when journalists report their attendance problems. With that in mind, there were 9,673 people there for their game against the New Jersey Devils tonight. That's embarrassing for any NHL team and an abomination for one in Canada. And he is not wrong.
So here's what happened there. Someone said, hey, Ken, how about you don't report that? And Ken said, how about I report it immediately? And then he reported it. That's what happened.
But who's going to see an Ottawa Jersey game?
No one,
Dude,
apparently.
it's a Canadian team in a decent-sized city, school town. Like, there are people in Ottawa and the surrounding area. It's not that hard to get to. The city. Here's the problem. Their games aren't in friggin' Ottawa, are they?
No, they're in Canada.
Right.
They're in Canada, but not spelled correctly.
Kanata. We learned about that in a Heritage Moment.
That's right. Did we?
I believe so. It was one of the many, is this racist, history commercials that we had in Canada when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones where I'm like, maybe a little. Yep.
There are some that you're like, well, they're definitely retiring those.
Yep. There was that other one where I'm like, this guy is really passionate about fish. Remember that one? Oh, yeah. How many fish are there? Till the end of time. And he does a sign of the cross while he's doing it. It's like, there are fish. That's what I learned from this commercial. Anyway, Canada. Boring. Dude, it is a Canadian team in a major city. And they're drawing nobody. And so I'm trying to think back to like 2017, for example. And there was that huge payment issue that affected a huge chunk of the city. Still? Like, I believe you. Like, I don't know the ongoings of government workers in Ottawa. Like, why doesn't anyone go? Other than they're just bad.
Trash, and then people hate the owner.
Like, is that it?
I think they're trying to push the owner. Here's the thing, though. I wonder, is the owner going to sell the team? Or is the owner going to move the team? Because here's the thing. They're costing the owner so much money by not having any attendance on top of it.
Doesn't he not even
He can't
want
even
to
sell it. No, he doesn't want to because he's being obstinate. He's one of those guys that, like, if you're like, hey, man, it would be really great of you to pick up some groceries, he'd be like, sounds like a problem it's your problem.
Sounds like a you problem.
Hey, man, don't eat trans fats. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to crush them. Like, he's just one of those guys that he's a contrarian about everything.
Him and Ken Campbell will get along.
Yeah, maybe. Don't
move the Sens. Well, how about I move them?
Tell me if this is too much. If you want to go see the Ottawa Senators play the Arizona Coyotes on February 13th, which is a Thursday, at 7:30 p.m. in Canada, Ontario.
You just listed everything about a game that makes it a tough sell. Forget the fact that it's the Sens. It's Arizona, which I'm sorry, Coyotes fans, is a tough sell here. It's 7:30 on a weeknight.
Day before Valentine's Day.
Oh, I didn't even... Hey, honey, guess what I got us? That conversation's not going to be plentiful in Ottawa.
It's a wet blanket.
All right.
Yeah.
How much do you think tickets start at?
For one ticket or two?
One ticket.
Okay, well,
A single ticket.
But Jesse, that's another thing. Who the hell goes alone?
Right. Well, they come
many.
in a pair. You know,
Okay.
You get
So,
two.
so
You don't have to just get one.
I know. Why don't I just answer your fucking question? I'm going to say, where are the seats?
Oh my God.
Where are
This
the
is the
seats?
show in a nutshell.
The cheapest ones?
Yeah, cheapest ticket.
I'm going to say $50.
If the cheapest tickets in Ottawa are not less than 15, I'm rioting.
See, when I saw this, I was like, I was with Adam. I was like, it should be $10.
It should be junior prices.
Go sit in the nosebleeds, $10. Get in the door.
It should be less than a movie.
Right. It's
What does it cost to go see the Ottawa 67s? That.
right.
Should be that.
It's $30.
Ooh,
I think that's too much.
it is too much.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that wild.
It's double what
I
it should
thought
be.
it was going to cost $100 for a pair of you to go see the Senators.
To be fair, though, they are doing a lot of like ticket deals and like trying to package them. So
Okay,
you can buy 5 games for $100.
Let me
stuff
throw
like
this
that.
out there.
Oh, yeah?
They're raffling?
Something like that. No, they're packaging them. So it's like, hey, come see these 5 games for $100.
But-
Save some money.
It's $60 for a pair, cheapest seats in the building. You driving? Well, you got to pay for parking. No, I want to have a couple beers. I want to actually help keep this team afloat by buying beers. I'm going to drink this team into Stanley Cup contention. You got to Uber there, or you got a cab there, or you got a, I don't know, it's sponsored by Lyft or something, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Right? So now all of a sudden you're jacking up, like the whole experience is like between drinks and getting there and getting home and the tickets. It's like at least $150.
Yeah, $100 per person, probably.
$200. Like it. Listen, Toronto is a pain in the ass to get around, but Leaf games are literally the easiest thing to get to.
It's the subway.
The Leafs and Raptors. Yeah, Union Station. It's all connected. Do you
Our
live
boy-
in Oshawa? You don't even have to touch the pavement.
Our boy Richard
literally.
Petty.
Right?
That was Richard Petty. That was all him and
yeah,
that
yeah.
business association for the Raptors. It wasn't the Leafs. It was
Brilliant.
the Raptors.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
They took an old post office building and said, we're putting an arena here now.
The Air Canada Center at the time was supposed to be actually underneath the Union Station, so it was even going to be even easier to get to.
They were going to put the arena underneath.
Yeah, so where the concourse is now, how they build this whole new Union Station, that's where the Air Canada Center was going to be.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem
Yeah.
at all. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
Oh, that'd be a major problem.
On a quiet night, you actually hear trains go gung gung gung. No, I'd be terrified.
Also,
there's a
if you have-
train above my head.
If you have to leave in an emergency,
Yeah.
it's a lot of people filing up a lot of steps.
So yeah.
you imagine there's like a leak
Oh, no.
or
no.
so you're shutting down transit for the whole city and the Leafs. Everyone's pissed.
Madison Square Garden's built on top of the train station. there?
It's like 3 or 4 floors or something like that.
It's
Yeah,
like it's up top on top of it. Yeah.
That's how
Anyways,
you do it.
Same idea,
That's how you do
but
it.
here it's attached. Same thing.
It's great.
Yeah, yeah. Did a
Sens
great
games,
job.
hardest thing in the world. Impossible to get to.
Impossible to get to.
Not impossible to get to, but they're fucking far.
I think most of that has to do with the owner, though. I think they're voting with their dollars in Ottawa as they should. They want this guy out, and they want him out now.
For our live podcast that we had in Ottawa, like didn't we like go have lunch at the market or something like that? Mm-hmm. And then I drove to the CWHL. No, it was the Clarkson Cup final. Mm-hmm. And I remember driving and just being like, I'm still not there. You know?
Yeah. Well, and the whole, I think really people, I mean, I hate to keep bringing up the LeBreton Flats thing because it must sting if you're an Ottawa fan.
It's
but
the number one issue.
it would have been so easy. And all he had to do was do a good business deal there because there was money to be made. And he just is such an obstinate person. He's such a contrarian. He's such a pain in the ass to deal with that he couldn't even get that done. And the funny thing is that Eugene Melnyk is bad in terms of business-wise. I don't know what he's like as a person, but he's a bad businessman in this case. Obviously, he's made money in his life. But when you look at your assets and you talk about asset depreciation, when your asset is already depreciating, you don't have cards on the table anymore. You got to go along to get along and make sure that asset continue. So if you were to, put it into, stock terms, if you got a stock that's on the down and somebody throws you a lifeline and says, here's how we could recover that for you, and you go, no, you're going to do it my way, they're going to say, okay, fuck off then. And that's exactly what happened. That the Senators franchise, the brand, was on its way down anyway for all the reasons you just mentioned. He was thrown a lifeline, and he wouldn't do it. And he has now gone and thrown the value of the franchise even further down. And the longer he owns this, the worse it will get. And I don't care how long it takes them to turn it around, because it's going to take more than this. Like, it's not going to be a quick turnaround like the Leafs. The Leafs had players. They had pieces. They had Van Riemsdyk. They had Bozak. They had Kadri. They had Morgan Riley on the upswing.
Sens have pieces.
They also had unlimited...
Not like
pieces.
that.
No, but the Leafs also had unlimited money to just lose and suck and then fuel all that into the franchise.
But they did it quickly.
Yeah, and Ottawa doesn't have that luxury.
What if the thing that saves the franchise and makes everything easier, and they start winning, and fans want to see them, and people want to buy the
Is
team,
Lafreniere?
and they want to... Yeah. What helps a team that's on the verge of moving more than a first overall pick who plays in Rimouski?
No, I still don't think it helps. Like, I still
It
think
does.
the owner situation that I'm talking about, it's endless until something happens.
Penn's ownership,
like-
as shaky as it was at the time that you're talking about, did not tell the city to go screw itself.
Right.
Right. But are they maybe easier for Melnyk to sell and get the hell out from under?
Yes, it's definitely easier if the product on the ice is good, but I don't think, like, the Leafs, the product got good really quickly, but that brand is undying and the team's never going anywhere. In Ottawa, it's just a different situation. We have an owner who's shaky in terms of business, and who knows what's going to happen at the team. Who cares what the on-ice product is? This is the business side, and it's clearly not working.
Mm-hmm.
And them winning, we already know, does not fix it.
No.
Because
There was
they
game
were
6
winning.
of the Eastern Conference Finals.
And they didn't. And we were saying
Game
that.
7.
We
Game
were
7.
saying that, and we got a lot of heat
Game
from
6
Sens fans
was
at the
it?
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
We got a lot of heat from Sens fans at the time going, how
Yeah.
the hell is this not sold out? This is outrageous. This is ridiculous. Oh, well, it's this, and it's this, and it's this, and it's all those reasons that you mentioned.
People don't want to go.
It's a playoff game.
No,
it's
there's still
an Eastern Conference final game.
Yeah, to anyone criticizing it, you want to go.
Yeah.
I know you want to go. You're listening to a hockey podcast.
How come you can't find
You wanna go.
19,000 others?
Yeah.
Yes. 15. 15.
Well, no,
Still-
that stadium's like a 20,000 seater, though. That's
no,
a
but
big stadium.
I'm saying you could still be like bottom 5 in the league in attendance and nearly double it.
Right. Like,
Like,
it's like Sens, Islanders, Panthers, and then everybody else can somehow reach that threshold.
the Yotes are getting a lot more than that, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, and like people there don't even know where the arena is. As I found when I was
Adam
in
found
Arizona.
that out. Literally.
No, listen. The Coyotes.
I
need
had
to
a little
win.
bit of that in St. Louis, actually.
Did you?
I was surprised. I was like,
They're Cup winners.
I was like, this driver must not make a lot of money on account of he doesn't know where the
That's
freaking
weird.
arena is.
Yeah, no, that's probably just.
You have a quiet weekend, sir?
I just wish there
25,000
was.
people
I
in
just
town
wish
for-
there was something going on this weekend that I
Yeah.
could make money off of.
That was weird. You ever? What is it? Is this just a regular occurrence? You have Green Day playing in the middle of the street? Yeah, that was very strange.
Yeah.
So, according to Russia Machine, by the way, this is somewhat breaking.
Oh,
And they are reporting a story from John Hoven of mayorsmanor.com.
so that's Kings.
Yeah, he joined SiriusXM, and it's reported that the name has been decided on for Seattle Kraken.
Hey,
The Kraken.
I like it.
I do like
I
it.
like it a lot. Yeah,
Wow. Okay,
That's cool.
considering, dude,
way better than the Sockeyes.
I would have bet money on the Sockeyes.
way better than the Sockeyes.
The Kraken's good. That jersey's got potential.
Oh yeah,
What will the color scheme be?
Same as the Seahawks.
yeah. I'm
I
just gonna
assume.
say it's gonna be that green and blue and gray.
Yeah.
Don't they have purple? Oh wait, no, they
No.
don't. Ah, because it's an octopus, right?
I would love it if they
Kinda,
were
or
like
like
the
it's a giant
Sonics,
squid.
the old Sonics colors, the gold and white and stuff like that.
And the
Like a-
green?
Yeah, I kind of like the Sonics colors.
Let's just settle.
But
on
it would be
the
if they're
name
gonna do.
doesn't suck.
They're gonna do the Seahawks colors for sure.
I would think so. It's the same as the but the Canucks are maybe a little too close with their
Oh, Jesse's right.
their green and
Interesting.
blue
Oh yeah, the
jerseys.
Canucks are Seahawks colors.
right. The Canucks are
You're
the
right.
Seahawks colors.
I think it's
Maybe
gonna
you
be
could
like
convince
black
the
and purple.
Canucks. Maybe you can convince the Canucks to finally drop those jerseys and go back to the one from the 90s that everybody likes.
The red one?
Yeah.
Or
I'm sorry.
Black ones?
I'm going to just go out on a... I know there's a lot of people that really like the Canucks jerseys. I haven't liked them since the 90s. Not one iteration.
I like them.
Nah.
I like them.
Nothing.
I like those. I like
Nothing
the black
blinks
ones more.
black and yellow. Nothing. That was such a strong
That's the
color
thing, though.
scheme.
Not every team can just wear black.
But the Canucks could.
They could.
Why can't they?
I guess. Yeah. I guess
the
they
Canucks.
could. I guess they
They
could.
even
It's
looked
like
good in white.
ESHL. The
Like the-
Lions.
Even like Pavel Bury jersey in white even looks good. Looks good.
Yeah,
like here's the thing.
Trevor
like,
Linden.
The jerseys look good. But those 90s jerseys were great.
Even Trevor Linden in other Canucks jerseys that he actually wore.
Weird, right?
Tweet of the night last night, by the way. Vince Carter has been playing basketball so long that his opponents are wearing throwback jerseys that he used to wear.
Yes. In his
very
rookie
They
funny.
season.
just used to be the uniform.
By the way, I don't know if you guys watched the Raptors game last night. The NBA has got some wacky jersey policies, and they're always everything's a third jersey or a fourth or a fifth jersey, right? So we know that. Like the
Raptors have,
Raptors
like, 16.
won a championship without the word Raptors on their jersey. Like it's just North, right?
Yeah.
And I love that jersey.
Those are their city jerseys.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But now they have different city jerseys,
Yes, because city jerseys can change.
which has a completely different color.
so the Atlanta City jersey just says Peachtree on it.
Yes.
I saw.
And I was like, and it's just black. And you're like,
No.
it's not a good look.
Get it, Georgia Peach? No. Just no. What are you doing?
Like Peachtree?
Not into it.
Nah, me neither.
What does the Raptors one say? 6?
North.
North. Yeah.
North. Oh,
That was the
Jesus.
thing, yeah.
Peach tree.
Yeah.
I like the Blazers city jersey says Rip City,
But what does
which
that
is
mean?
apparently, I don't know what that means about Portland, but they're Rip City.
I've never. Yeah, I saw that, and it's
Yeah.
like it's so strange. I
There's
don't,
some weird city jerseys out there.
yeah,
The Miami Vice ones are wicked.
they're the best.
Those are the best jerseys in sports
really
right now.
good.
Man, those
They're
are
really
so cool. I think I like the Raptors one. I like the North one. I like the Miami Vice one. That's perfect. I don't think the Knicks and Lakers do it. I think they just you play in those jerseys. You're the Lakers. You play in the Laker jersey, right?
Milwaukee.
Oh my God.
Do you know this?
I think I do.
I think-
Just do it. Just do it.
Do you know this?
Is it just Fear the Deer?
No. It's Cream City.
Do you have any of the other ones? Cream City. Cream City.
You're joking.
No.
Please let me see this shitty jersey.
Right there.
What are you doing? No! No! Man, if that's what Milwaukee's called, you pretend like it isn't.
You just don't go with...
Cream City. In a cream jersey.
All right.
That could mean a lot of...
Don't show Steve anything else. Steve, come back over.
Do you
Come back
know?
over.
Do you have some of the other ones?
Yeah, I got one here.
Okay. They're really good.
Tell me what Houston's are.
Oh, something don't mess with Texas nonsense. It could just be like this the shape of the state.
H-Town.
I don't mind. Is this a hot take? I don't mind H-Town.
You should.
Why?
You should mind that, Jesse.
H-Town. They call it H-Town.
You're not even, Jesse, you don't even believe that take. And you are the guy who argues everything. And you're like, oh, come on, guys.
H-Town's okay.
No, it's not.
What about Usher? What did Usher say? H-Town. And to start off, yeah, or something.
No, peace up, A-Town down.
Oh, A-Town. Fuck.
Wasn't that Atlanta?
Beyonce said it.
Which is why they had Little John.
Beyonce said H-Town one time. In like
She was in
Feeling It or something.
Helsinki, Jesse. No, actually. Oh my God. Oh no.
Here's another good one.
Cream City.
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Prince lived here.
It should be that. Kirby Puckett.
Yeah, it should actually be. Isn't it amazing that all we know about Minnesota has to do with an old Chris Rock?
Yeah,
bit?
well, it's one of the
They
funniest bits
have-
It
ever.
should be the Prince's symbol.
They have Prince jerseys. They wore them last year, and they look incredible.
That's cool.
Are they
They're-
purple?
Yes,
Sick.
and they're out of this world.
Sick.
So,
okay.
what is the full name of Minnesota's capital city where the Wild play and the Timberwolves play?
It's not Minneapolis. It's St. Paul.
It's Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Oh.
Because it's like Tampa St. Pete's. They're
Friggin'
joint
confusing.
two cities that have molded together.
So it's going to be something like Minneapolis.
MSP.
You're
Yeah.
fucking...
So
Just
on the
MSP.
this is MSP. It's terrible.
It looks like it looks like something that you when you're leasing a car that you need to look at. Like, well, what's the MSP on it? You know what I mean?
This is the MSP price?
What is this? Is this the MSP price? I don't want to pay $1 more. It's not $1.
It's
on this
April and you're
Mazda.
like, oh, shit. I didn't make enough MSP contributions.
Yeah, that's that. Now, New Orleans is NOLA, which I like. New Orleans. Like, I get it. I get it. It
at
works.
very
It makes
least.
sense.
It's okay. Here's the standard for top half. I don't look at it and go, what? NOLA, I get it. Cream City, what?
What?
MSP.
Huh?
There must be something cream related in Milwaukee because I thought that like beer. Is it creamy beer?
I don't know. Even if.
Call it Beer City.
You go with something else.
Sud City. Sud City. Come on. Anyway,
The Brew Crew.
the Brew Crew.
I think that might already
that
be
is,
taken.
yeah. It's Anyway, how about this one? Golden State Warriors.
Who stink.
Yeah, well, when 4 of your best players are no longer there, it's weird what happens.
No, you're right. They already have the. Isn't it already a nickname?
Golden State?
Yes.
Yeah, it is, but
Just go with Golden State.
yeah, they
Yeah,
can't
Golden
call
State.
themselves San Francisco for some reason. But but Jesse,
Nah.
I believe, don't give this away, but I believe they wore these in the finals. Did they not?
They
They
might
have the
have
circle on them.
Yeah, no, those are the regular jerseys.
Oh, those okay.
The ones with the bridge in it and the regular logo.
No. There's another one with a tree.
Oh no! Is it like?
It's a tree. It looks like this.
I never actually looked that hard at the tree logo.
It's. You ready?
Bridgetown.
Are you ready? The town.
Yeah, those are those cities. Yeah.
What are you, the Celtics? There's a movie called The Town about Boston. Oh my God.
Do you have the Hornets? I know the Hornets is good.
Oh, hold on.
They're Charlotte now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, there's one I don't understand, and I hesitate to make fun. The Brooklyn Nets one is
Bed-Stuy. That's a really good. That's where their jerseys are based off of Biggie, and like it's Coochie sweaters, which I'm kind of wearing one right now.
Oh,
yes, you are.
Yeah. So and Bed-Stuy is where he's from. It's a suburb in New York.
Right,
It's
okay.
really
See, that
those
makes-
are really dope.
Bed-Stuy may stay.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of
Bed-Stuy
sense.
can stay. You're
like
in there with NOLA and North.
What was the one you wanted me to look up?
The Charlotte Hornets. I think it's their one from last year.
Okay, all right.
dear.
Hang on, view all teams.
Oh no, Charlotte. I was there for 5 seconds on the
Oh
weekend.
yeah, on your over this past weekend.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know what I saw?
It's
Nothing.
the one I'm talking about.
Okay, well, there's a few different options actually.
Yeah,
Charlotte's
they have
got
like
a few
3.
things,
Honk if you're horny.
which would be great.
We found it.
Hey, Steve, what airport did you go through when you went through Charlotte? What's the airport code?
I can't remember the name.
Come on.
Oh. I can't remember.
Shaw. CHA.
So that's
Cha.
what it is.
And then,
Cha.
no.
It's going to be like
but there's
cha-cha
more.
slide.
I'm saving the best for last, Jesse.
no.
So
Please.
So just don't. Because this is actually sort of creative because it there are 3 different versions here. If Charlotte is known for, among other things, an international airport hub, which it is.
Petey Pablo.
No. If it's known for an international airport hub,
Taking off your shirt,
and basketball is a lot of jumping,
twisting it around your hand.
what would it be? Basketball? No, think about this.
Spinning
Seriously.
it like a helicopter, sorry.
Basketball is a lot of jumping. You know, Charlotte's about being up in the air. You know,
Cha-cha jump.
City of Flight. That's another one, which is, believe it or not, a Michael Jordan jersey because didn't he not? No, he didn't. He doesn't own the Charlotte Hornets, doesn't he?
Yes, he owns a part of the
That's right.
Hornets.
So
yeah.
they got Jordan branded stuff.
Yeah.
And the last one, if you are a Hornet,
if the Atlanta Hawks makes sense for City of Flight. I'm like, oh, you're a Hawk. When I think of flying, I don't think Hornet.
international hub, the international airport hub. That's why.
That's your
That's
thing.
why I brought it up.
The jersey should just say there's an airport here.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
I have another one after this.
This is a fun
I
game.
have the full list.
This is a fun game. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. So you're thinking Hornet,
Yeah.
and you're thinking city. Take a Hornet in a city.
Oh, we're still on.
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
show?
So,
Oh my
they got
God.
3. I told you. So if you got a city, and its mascot is a Hornet, what does a Hornet do with a city? What does that make? What is it called?
Oh no. Okay. Sting City, I think, might be kind of cool.
That would
but
be way better. Imagine it's not that.
It's definitely not that, and I bet, and I swear to God, I don't know this answer, and I think I'm right though. Is it Stingtown?
No. Which would be amazing. Might even be better than what it actually is, which is
Stingport?
Buzz City.
Fuck.
And the jerseys aren't even ugly.
They're not
good.
Yeah.
Sting City.
Sting City. Buzz
City.
Sting City would be good. Sting City would be cool. I would be down with Sting City.
Kind of.
I mean, it's better
Than Buzz City.
So
I don't know
bad.
if you have Facebook on that computer, but I sent you a comprehensive list of
Oh,
all
you
of
had the
them
full
where you
list.
just scroll through.
I do have
It's really
Facebook.
good.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Because I was on the website like looking
too.
at trying to pull them up. Okay.
thought
So
I
yeah, just
thought
go
I
through
was
that one
right.
and go
Okay.
to Sacramento.
Okay. Oh, okay, Jesse or Steve. I know this one. Steve, what would Sacramento be?
I mean, like Kingtown, King City, King Royal City,
Keep trying, but less mature.
Crown Town.
Less mature.
Less mature. Smelly butts.
No. Think Sacramento
Okay.
And their city jerseys.
and their city jerseys. What can you pull out of Sacramento that could be very immature and a grade 7 would think of?
And then put it on an
Is
NBA
it
jersey.
Sacktown?
It sure is.
Check them out too.
No! They say Sacktown on them. And when did they become red? When did the Sacramento Kings get red?
For the
And
jersey.
powder blue. When did the Sacramento Kings turn into the Washington Wizards? What are these jerseys?
Or the Washington? No, they look like the Washington Bullets. Like,
Yeah.
How did this get past, hey, I have an idea? Oh, God.
Anyways,
Sacktown. No. You Photoshop that right now. That's how you did it.
one thing we should look at too.
yes.
Are you thinking the Washington thing? Did you look at Washington?
See, North is boring, but it's not Sacktown.
Okay, now,
Yeah.
Steve, this isn't. If you were
Or BuzzFeed, whatever
Washington,
Adam's crying.
so there's no good way to say. Think of since we're at Sacktown.
Oh, my God. We're still on Sacramento?
No, we're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about Washington now, but along
Washington.
the lines of Sacktown, think of the most immature looking logo you could possibly think of, and what would it be?
Literally a wizard.
No. I'm talking about.
that's along the
well, yeah,
same-
it's-
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
But like I'm talking about immature in like a
But-
grade 7, like sort of way.
Go worse.
All 30 teams would just be a dick logo.
It's It's a penis with a hand and a basketball coming out of it. That's literally what Washington looks like.
Was this a fan submission from a third grader who is currently shitting themselves because you actually chose to, folks, your kids, 3, 2, 1, a dick and balls logo.
That's what it,
But
the dick is a hand.
Jersey.
and the basketball
And
is
that tip
coming.
of it is a hands. The basketball is whatever you want it to be. No.
I mean, if that was my color, I'd be going to see a doctor. I'm just throwing that out there.
I'd be a little
Make it look
concerned.
like a dick and balls.
They did. They really did.
They like went out of their way.
That's-
Like that logo, you can have it and not have it. You know what? The basketball could be in the middle.
Sure.
It could be anywhere but at the.
Even then.
It could be next to the shaft. But instead, they have a out of their way dick and balls logo. Aren't they doing really bad this year?
Yes.
Good.
They
They
are.
deserve it. They deserve it. What are they doing? Oh,
Hey, listen,
my
you
God.
think you can't get a job in professional sports?
Graphic design. Kids.
Other
you gotta get
small
into it.
notes: you won't be able to see the San Antonio Spurs. Their jerseys are camouflage.
Yeah, they're that gray and black camouflage.
So
Oh, they're the Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
those are their city jerseys.
I have to say, I respect the Philadelphia one. Looks cool. It's got that off-white color, and it's the old school.
Yeah.
The Celtics one is cool.
I like the
Clips.
Los Suns for Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
They did a
Yeah.
cool
The
job.
Celtics one's the one from the Christmas game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, those are cool.
They're very cool.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
cool.
Detroit's Motor City, obviously, but I think Detroit's kind of ugly. Like, I'm just not a big fan
You
of
can
it.
have an ugly jersey as long as the name is cool and you don't have a dick and balls in the middle of your chest. That's what it is.
What a perfect way to end that segment. I don't know if it could get any better than that.
We peaked.
my
Yeah,
frigging
that was it. That's it. It's done. Listen, tonight we've got among other things, the Leafs are playing, but more importantly, it's Calgary Edmonton, and this is Cassian's first game back, and it's so funny. I was listening to his press conference today, and this is where the NHL becomes dweeb city. Okay, Portland's Rip City, we're dweeb city.
Okay.
So Zach Cassian and
Representing Dweeb
Daniel
City.
Tkachuk have this rivalry.
Daniel?
I heard Dale.
What were you trying to say?
Daniel Tkachuk, where am I going?
Damon.
Marlon Wayans. Marlon Tkachuk, Damian
Guys,
Wayans.
It's been a long day. And I'm fighting another cold. My kid is sick, and I just can't do that. I can't get
Bradley
helping.
Aniston.
Billy Tkachuk.
Not Brady. What's the other one?
Do you have a fever?
Yeah, I don't know,
What
man.
happened to you?
I don't know. I don't know. What's his name? I can't think of it.
Marlon Wayans.
Matthew. So close to Daniel. Anyway, they're both in the Bible, whatever. And being the religious one here, with the two confirmed Catholics,
We're both baptized.
It's true. You're going to hell, heathen.
yeah, that's right. Not baptized. But anyway,
Marlon Wayans.
So Marlon Wayans. So Tkachuk and Cassian.
So they're making White Girls 3. or whatever one they're on.
White Girls 3. Problematic.
Can't wait.
They'd have to name the movie
white
that.
chicks, you guys.
Oh, White Chicks.
Oh,
Yo, still one of the funniest movies of all time.
Oh my god.
So good.
White Chicks 3. Yes, actually.
Okay, so Tkachuk and Cassian have this thing. They hate each other. It feels a little bit like the 80s Oilers and Flames. It's kind of fun. Both teams are doing really well. They're fighting for tops in the division. Tkachuk wins. Matthew Tkachuk wins round one by goading Cassian into a penalty that leads to the game winner. Like, poetic. And then after the game, Tkachuk says, he's not a good player. I'm not going to fight him. And Cassian says, I don't know why he won't fight me, and does a bunch of other
have
things.
13 goals.
I'm not bad anymore. I'm good. I'm now good, Cassian. And it was really good. And then he gets suspended for a couple of games for what happened. We've all been through that.
Says he's not sorry.
And then, so I contextualize that. You know all this stuff, but I'm repeating that stuff so you can hear this stuff. Which today, and I am paraphrasing, Cassian said, you guys are making a bigger deal of this than it really is. Like, if this was 10 years ago, this happened all the time.
Zachary.
Now,
No.
is he saying this before the game so he doesn't get in trouble? And then when he steps on the ice, he starts beating people's faces in.
Either way,
They really should get it out of the way opening face-off.
apparently player safety will be there. They're actually attending the game.
Oh.
Probably the first one applauding it. But I'm excited. I'm excited for what this. I'm not going to be able to stay up and watch the game. I'm excited for the highlights tomorrow.
Player safety's going to be there. Can someone tell them about cameras? Someone they know.
No,
there's
Steve, they got a ticket.
they know it's on TV, right? Like, Jesus Christ.
The intimidation factor of them in the building.
Oh,
Oh, the
man.
intimidations per 60 are huge there.
Yeah, like they're gonna look at Peros like, shit, cops. 5-0. It's George Peros. He can suspend you from here. He can suspend you from there. He can suspend you anywhere.
But he won't.
He can suspend you.
But he won't.
He sure can. He can't suspend you, Cassian. You see, because
I see what you did there. It's good.
Catholic, Dr. Seuss.
So-
learn a lot about my childhood.
No, I'm just listen. I I found it was like, if you know what would have been the better move? Say nothing.
Say nothing. I'm giving up on you.
Let the fans enjoy the excitement of this. And say nothing. Don't say, you media guys are making a bigger deal of this. No, Zach. You took the media aside and held your own press conference after the last time and talked about how he won't play, how he won't fight you, how he's got to answer the bell, how all of these things, and all of a sudden we're making the big deal. You gave us the quote.
A guy named Buddy got called up. Don't tell me this isn't real. His name is Buddy.
It's the most hockey name ever.
And he's not your buddy. He's here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And guess what? Guess what he's out of? Hoots to give. That's what he's out of. That's what Buddy is out of. Sorry.
His hoots per 60 is 0.
It's none. No hoots. It's the end of the show.
I just want to say, I'm so excited for this game. Mm-hmm. I just wish we didn't have to make it lame.
It'll be something.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't think anything crazy is going to happen. Usually it's a big letdown in the NHL. But I just want them to play a competitive hockey game that's fun to watch. But please stop going out and blaming local media in Edmonton and Calgary for this.
So
Are you out of
lazy.
your mind?
It's lazy and wrong.
Yeah.
Jesse, can you look this up? Can you look up the Flames and Oilers schedule, or just the Flames? Because they play tonight. Mm-hmm. Flames played last night against the reigning Stanley Cup champions. That's a tough front half to your back-to-back, and then you're expecting World War III. Mm-hmm. I wonder if tonight is relatively tame. We're disappointed. We sort of forget about it. And then when they play next, which I think is Saturday night.
Oh, they play back-to-back. Well, kind of back-to-back. 2 games in a row.
When's the next one?
Saturday. So the Flames play tonight, and then they play again Saturday. If both games are versus Edmonton.
That's cool. If I'm broadcasting this game, I'm like, can you wait for Saturday?
No.
Wednesday's a national game too.
If you're broadcasting, if you're the broadcaster right now, you want them to go hard tonight. You want them to go hard
and
Saturday. You want them to face in the first round of the playoffs. You want all the chaos for every game.
You want all
full
that
chaos.
Yeah. Give it to us.
Right?
Give it to us. You know what? My team is not involved. I want to see these guys tear each other apart. Steve, that's unethical. I'm aware.
Oh.
If I was ethical, I wouldn't watch hockey at all. But flawed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a sinner. We've already touched on the Catholic stuff.
Yeah. I love football.
And you shouldn't. But you do.
But it's like the John Oliver thing where he goes into FIFA and he's like, talks about how bad FIFA is, and he's like, but we love it. And he's right. I cannot wait to see how this goes. I haven't been this excited about a game in a long time. Calgary, Edmonton, they are a point apart in the standings. Edmonton's got 2 games in hand, so if they win tonight, they're a point up on Calgary. And
it's a huge game.
They've got 2 games in hand. Like, come on, how cool is that?
It's an enormous game.
Enormous. This is what we want.
Yes.
This is what I live for.
Can I read you guys a short story?
Sure.
Andrew Berkshire texts me. We text each other on almost a daily basis. And 31 Thoughts just came out, and he sent me a link to 31 Thoughts. This one is actually from, let me see. This is from Elliot Friedman's 31 Thoughts from October 30th, 2019. This is Thought 29.
When is this from?
October 30th, 2019.
October 30th of this past October.
Yes.
Okay.
It's an enormous story, and I feel like the entire hockey world missed it somehow.
Okay.
Thought 29 from October 30th, 2019. Presented without comment from the outstanding Instigators radio show with Andrew Peters, Craig Rivet, and Brian Giunta on WGR in Buffalo. In round 1 of the 2006 Stanley Cup playoffs, Montreal led eventual Stanley Cup champion Carolina 2-0. Remember that? They were up 2-0 in the series. Saku Koivu had 2 assists in the first 2 games and was injured by an accidental high stick in Game 3. But there was another injury, as Rive, Koivu's roommate, said in an incredible story. After the pregame skate and lunch buffet ahead of Game 3, they went back up to the room. While getting dressed, well, I'll let Rive take over. We sprinted down the hall, met at the bathroom at the same time. Obviously, because Saku was quicker, he beat me there. But I always had to have the last laugh, so I blew him up into the back of the toilet bowl. Water started pouring out of the toilet because we completely obliterated it. Water was flooding our room. He's yelling at me, call the trainer, call the trainer. He walks down the hall to grab his phone, and all of a sudden, I was gasping because there was blood all down his back, all down his butt. You couldn't even see his butt, and he was naked, by the way. I wipe him down with a white towel, which is even worse, right? Just to see where the blood was coming from, and there was a gaping open wound coming out of his back. It was the most disgusting thing. It was humongous how deep it was.
Whoa.
Who are the two people involved?
Craig Rive and Saku Koivu.
Whoa.
Saku Koivu was the captain of the Habs.
Right.
Koivu missed the bus to the game because he was taken to a private hospital. He couldn't touch his toes, said Rive, but he was able to play. Don't know how he did it. Koivu did get hurt by the stick, and Montreal lost 4 in a row as Carolina won it all. How did the coaches not strangle Rive? Because I think we told him he slipped on the floor.
Wow.
They were up 2-0 on the eventual Stanley Cup champions. The Habs could have gone on to win the Cup that year. We could have had an Oilers-Canadiens Stanley Cup final. But we didn't because Craig Rive tackled Saku Koivu
In a race
into a toilet.
In a race to the washroom.
In a race to the bathroom while he was naked.
Fuck. That was awesome.
I'm gonna chirp Elliot. How is that thought 29? That's number 1! Mm-hmm. That's wild! That decided a Stanley Cup!
Kind of.
That a defenseman checked his captain into a toilet that he destroyed and cut him open with. Holy shit. I know it doesn't exactly fit with where the show was going, but I couldn't leave here today without
How
telling that
many
story.
of those stories exist in hockey?
A million. 1,000.
Right.
Like,
That's wild.
Stupid, dumb shit. Like, we all laughed at Trevor Bauer when he cut his finger on the drone and then tried to pitch. Mm-hmm. Like, that happens all the time. All the time. People hurting themselves doing stupid shit. I can't even. There was a player in a recent Stanley Cup final within
James Reimer.
Yeah,
San Jose one.
Oh, I was going to say within the last 5 years, and he did play in the Stanley Cup final in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
But there was a story from the past 5 years where there was a player who literally couldn't play in the Stanley Cup final because they were fucking around between the conference final and Stanley Cup final. Like, they were just doing stupid shit off the ice and hurt themselves. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. Sorry, I just had to tell you that story.
That's a great story. That's a great story.
So the new 31 Thoughts, there's a little tease for you, is up today.
Let's do the press conference. If we have a conference to press. Anyway.
A Panini press town.
How many?
That's our jersey.
How many points / goals does Roman Polak score tonight in his return to Toronto?
2 assists.
Adam Wilde?
I hesitate to say none because I said Nikita Zaitsev would have none last night, and the one day of the year that he's going to score. I think he gets an assist on the first goal, which will be in the first 30 seconds.
Hey.
That's what I think. That's what I think. You know that's a Leaf thing to happen.
Also, look for Ben Bishop to play out of his mind.
Yeah, he's going to be incredible.
It's going to be out of his mind. Tyler Seguin, too, loves to eat the Leafs.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it?
This one is from Marlowe's Marlies on our Reddit page. Adam, since you are doing renovations on your house and you have not had a fridge, where have you stored your jeans?
Well, you see, it's cold in Canada. I just put them outside.
Actually?
No.
Shut up.
I believe you, though.
No, I don't. I just don't wash them. Like, when I'm not playing in the mud, Steve. Like, I shower every day.
Yeah.
Except you don't wash your legs.
Okay, do you ever sit down on public transit?
No, I rarely. I don't have to take public transit. Public transit is not open at the time I go to work.
What about in an Uber?
Do I sit down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of ass has been on that seat. And now they're...
Yeah, lots of ass is my ass. I am lots of ass. I carry that everywhere.
And now there's all kinds of asses sitting on your ass right now. Your ass is the epicenter of everything that's been on the news.
I am coronavirus? Is that what
You
you're saying?
are corona booty virus.
Okay, all right.
That's
fine.
you.
I'm not going to bring up a problematic YouTuber. Do you guys want to hear about a YouTuber
Yeah.
and coronavirus?
Tell me about the coronavirus YouTuber because let me guess. He faked someone's death and did a prank of coronavirus and then ran out on the street and started coughing on people.
I have the coronavirus.
So there's a Chinese influencer named Wang Megyeon. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. But she decided for her YouTube video because every YouTube video needs to one-up itself. Well, we know YouTube by now. It's always like, hey, I did this thing, and now I did this thing. It's always got to elevate the next video upload. So her video was... She decided to eat the bat linked to coronavirus on her channel. So the bat that was linked to the coronavirus outbreak, she said, I'm going to eat it for this YouTube video.
It's not the exact bat. It's like the species of bat, right?
Well, the species of bat that's linked to coronavirus.
Right.
She ate it on her channel.
What happened?
She was fine now, but she apologized.
Oh my!
She had a bowl of bat soup, causing global outrage. Wang broke her silence on the clip, which has been viewed by millions of people, in a long post to her website after she was inundated with abuse, including death threats. Ooh, that's not cool.
Oh, no, she messed up. You're supposed to do this before January. That's when all the big YouTubers make their controversial fuck-up video, is before January.
Yeah,
you did it after.
Because you make the most money in December. Right?
Oh, dear.
You see a lot of that happen in December. You see a lot of like, whoa,
that was
videos.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I am very tinfoil hat about the Logan Paul Japan video.
Oh, 100%.
That happened when it happened on purpose.
Yeah. They know.
Because you don't, just for anybody that doesn't know, advertising sales tend to drop off because people tend to stop spending in January. They need some time to recover.
Yeah.
So in YouTube terms, you make less money in January for the same amount of work as you would in December. Hence why a lot of YouTubers sort of like blow it off in January. They're like, I'm not
They
going
take
to
a vacation because they make like literally less than a quarter of what they usually do.
So why waste your content when you're not going to make money?
Yeah, you're burnt out anyway.
Yeah.
Take some time off.
So they do.
You go hard in December and then have a little break in January.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yikes.
I don't know how we got there.
That's a tough move. So literally, I ate the coronavirus?
Oh my God.
Imagine that was her thumbnail.
I ate the coronavirus bat?
Hold on, what's the guy's name from Red Dead Redemption? Not the YouTuber. What's the main character's name from Red Dead Redemption?
Arthur Morgan?
Arthur Morgan eats the bat that gave you... Arthur Morgan gets coronavirus?
Ghost? Is in Grand Theft Auto?
Drinking a corona?
That's funny.
Fidget spinner? BTS?
Cream City?
Team's logo is a dick?
And I think with that, we will wrap the show. What do you guys think? You gotta go back and watch this segment, please. Just watch it. Anyway, we love you guys. Thanks so much for listening to our dumb show. Why do you listen to this? We'll see you Sunday. Bye.
I wonder what you're doing.
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Brought to you by Panago Pizza. Order at panago.com and stuff your face with deliciousness. Connection complete.